For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic. With 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors: pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
On July 24th through the 28th, it's buy 2, get 1 free on Country Companion Feed, buy 3, get 1 free on Sunglow Show Feed, and buy 3, get 1 free on large bags of Purina Feed.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
Get more feed for less this week at your local Coastal.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to season 19, episode number 4149. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. Montgomery! And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has the best foods to bring to every summer outing. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, fundable listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drink, get you drunk. All right, here we go. An ass hat puts a roofie in a girl's drink, but she knows better and does the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a man gets busted with drugs at SeaTac, and trying it twice, he attempted to do. Tourist comes back from Death Valley with no skin on his feet. An old phone booth kept 2 people from becoming dead meat. And Gizmo the dog finally returns home after 9 years of playing the slots. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. Good Lord, man.
Let's just get it going, dude. Clearly. Come on.
Let's
go.
Us. We'll spin the category.
We'll spin the wheel, yeah.
Then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. So far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Pam, who thought the term metalhead was something Dorothy did to the Tin Man, and found a way to answer 14 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
To be a contestant to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Is your child struggling with a specific subject or need help with homework? Are they asking questions that you're not sure you can fully answer? IXL Learning is an online learning program for kids. It covers math, language arts, science, and social studies. IXL is designed. This program will improve your kids' grades. Studies done in almost every state in the country. The kids who had IXL are consistently doing better. Powered by advanced algorithms, IXL gives the right help to each kid no matter the age or personality. And it doesn't have to eat up all your time. One subscription gets you everything for all the kids in your home, pre-K to 12th grade. So don't miss out. 1 in 4 students in the U.S. are learning with IXL. IXL is used in 95 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/audio. Visit IXL.com/audio to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the Charles, away we go. Welcome to season 19, episode number 4149. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The head chef is back. Ted's Meat and Potatoes. If you're heading to someone's place for any kind of summer barbecue, birthday party, whatever, you have the best food each to bring to every summer outing.
Correct. Not a lot. Not a ton of variety.
I would think so. Summer seems pretty consistent with the foods.
Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest, that's a great thing about a hot dog. You can pretty much cook them anywhere.
I'm waiting for summer to come back here.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
You can have a summer outing. You know? The best foods to bring if you are going to a summer outing, coming up with a head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. What else do we have for you today? Some updated locations on Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. Also, keep in mind the Men's Room World Tour makes its stop this Saturday in Bremerton at the 884 Pub. We will be there from 2 until 4, hanging out, drinking the Men's Room IPA, the Men's Room Beer brought from Uli's Famous Sausage, the Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company. It's going to be a great time. We went to the Peninsula for the first time last year. An incredible time.
Yeah.
We have a pretty good idea that Suzanne's going to hook us up once again, and there's going to be a nice turnout. So if you happen to be in the area, you live on the other side on the peninsula, stop by the 884 Pub. Great place, pizza, wings, sausages.
Speaking of which, Ted, Suzanne is still awaiting your pizza.
We texted this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Did you put pineapple on it?
There's not pineapple on it.
Okay.
I think people will like it. But I would also suggest get there early. Last year, like I said, Thrill and I we showed up 5 minutes after 2?
Yeah.
And I mean, it was 1 in, 1 out.
Well, the guy, so, the security guy kind of working the back. And so we walk up to walk into the back. We can see all the people. And the security guy's like, hey, sorry, fellas, man. We're at capacity. Can't let you in. And I was like, okay. Then about a minute later, he's like, oh, hey, sorry, man. Yeah. Get your ass in there. I was like, no worries. I'll wait. It's cool.
Exactly. I'll go to the bar down the street. Things clear out.
I'm good, man.
Things calm down a minute.
Where's Ted? I'm in the Navy Yard.
Just sit down and enjoy the time. Men's Room World Tour this Saturday, 884 Pub in Bremerton. It's absolutely free. Hope to see you there from 2 until 4. And today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. Easy game to play. We'll spin that category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. So far, our biggest dummy's been Pam. It took her 13 questions to get one right. And as we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little Men's Room poll. And the last time that we did the poll, it was kind of a choice of things that had just recently happened in the news. As we had a story of a man who went to the doctor and he was stuck in an elevator at the hospital.
He was at the doctor's office and at the hospital.
Okay, he was at his doctor's office, but he was stuck in that elevator for 42 hours. When he emerged, he basically said, look, I used one corner of the elevator to use the bathroom. The other I used to sleep. It was pitch dark the entire time.
His phone was broken. Had no idea what time of day it was.
Nothing. When he was removed, he needed hospitalization.
That's the thing.
Just so you know. Then we had the local story. I believe this happened in Marysville of some guys doing some construction work on, I believe, an I-5 overpass type bridge. Now, he is on one of those lifts, so to speak, that kind of go to the side and underneath the bridge to check things out. Unfortunately for him, the truck tipped over. He was thrown out of the bucket and fell 60 feet into the water below. He was able to swim to shore. He did not need any medical attention. But the second scenario is, look, you're not jumping. Right. You're not trying to, flail your arms and get your balance. You've been thrown out of a bucket. You gotta right yourself from 60 feet up. But fortunately for him, he was okay. The next thing, 4 days stuck in a bog, as I believe a 76-year-old man in Maine went on a day hike. Somehow he got stuck in a bog. Bogs are pretty common in those areas. Yeah. If you know anything about cranberries, besides out here, they make tons of cranberries in that area. He gets stuck in a bog. He was stuck for 4 days.
I'm stuck in a bog.
Right. And finally, we have Sing the National Anthem. As we had a woman, I believe a country music star, who sang the national anthem before the home run derby in the Major League All-Star game. The next day, she said, I'm checking into rehab.
It was just that bad.
So to give you an idea,
I was drunk. My bad.
Yeah, I was pretty towed up there. So those are the choices. And this is how the poll shook out. We put the poll up every week on Twitter if you follow us at Men's Room Live. And here's how the results shook out. Coming in with only 3% of the vote. You said 4 days stuck in a bog. 97% of you did not want to do that.
I would agree.
So you thought that was the worst case scenario. Coming in third place, 42 hours stuck in an elevator. 9% of you picked that. Coming in second place, 36% of you said 60 feet falling into the water. Over half said at 51%, the number one thing you would choose to do is sing the national anthem in front of a sold-out stadium.
I think that's a bad idea.
I do too.
I really do. Well, we had a guy that actually sang it to us last week, kind of a rock and roll.
He was very good.
He was good.
He was very good.
He nailed it.
Right. So this week on the poll, we get into the world of strangers. No one that you know. You can't pick the person. It is a complete and total stranger. It could be a man. It can be a woman. You don't have a choice on this one. No. It is a stranger. The only thing that we can guarantee in this instance is it's no one below the age of 18 years of age.
Okay.
All right, based on the scenarios. So you're going to do one with a total and complete stranger. You pick one of these four options.
All right.
Option number one is a French kiss. We'll say that has to last for about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. A good one.
A good, bringing it in.
Passionate.
French kiss. We'll say 30 seconds is a decent amount of time on that.
And you don't know the person.
You do not know the person.
And we don't know the sex of them, the age, the cleanliness.
As a matter of fact, maybe your best friend will pick that person for you just to make it the worst case scenario. But either way, it is a complete stranger. It could be a 79-year-old man. You don't know who you're going to kiss. 30 seconds, French kiss style. The second option, with a complete stranger, total stranger, is you're going to bathe them. Now, in the healthcare world, there's a lot of people out there that need someone to assist them as you get older and a number of other issues that might occur where you need to help someone clean themselves up every couple days and get a bath.
Yeah.
Option number two, you're going to bathe a complete stranger. Now, you could have a washcloth. You could have a loofah. Maybe you'll never actually have to touch them, but if they have hair, you're going to have to wash it. You have to do all the things. You're going to give them a bath.
Do they have to shave?
That's...
If you want to give them that extra special touch,
sure,
Ted, you could shave them as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do a scalp massage when you put the shampoo in, I mean, that's all up to you. But option number two is to bathe the person. Complete total stranger. Option number three is to give them a full massage. Now, that does not include, obviously, anything sexual. Right. It is an actual hour-long massage with the oils, the lotions. You start on your chest. At some point in time, they roll you over. You do the rest of the body. You're done. Total stranger. All you need to do.
What if they pay extra?
Is give them a.
I'll hook them up and you pay me extra.
Negotiations are on.
I'm shaving people.
Yeah, whatever.
Giving out endings.
Okay. All right. So you're going to massage a total stranger. That's option number 3. And finally, option number 4. With a total stranger, you're going to sleep and spoon with them all night. All night long.
I'm worried about this guy on Facebook, the Ferb guy. He says, what is spooning?
What is spooning? That's when you get as close as you can to another person, both facing the same direction.
Right.
So if you're on your side.
Oh, I don't think so.
How do you spoon?
Well, to me, if you're spooning, it's like you got to have the curves of the spoon. So, like, you're snuggling, then if she turns around and you're around her, you're the big spoon. She's now the little spoon.
See, to me, spooning was what Miles said. You're both facing the same direction. And typically, I'm 6'4", my wife is not, so typically I'm the bigger spoon, but basically it's like penis to butt.
Yeah.
You're that close, and you're locked in,
Yeah.
But it's been a little hot, so that does not happen
Okay,
recently.
we're saying the same thing. Yeah. My bad. When you said facing direction, I thought you meant
facing
looking
each other.
at each other.
Oh, no, we're both
right,
facing
that's what I was like, that's not spooning.
Both facing the same direction.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, man, I don't know. Maybe I've dated some taller chicks. It's very comfortable with little spoon to go to sleep.
I've never been the little spoon.
According to WebMD, spooning is a form of cuddling where two people lie facing the same direction, and one person's back presses against the other person's torso and chest.
Yeah, the back.
Well, it's still technically spooning, and one is the big spoon, the other is the little spoon. If the taller person is the quote-unquote little spoon, they call that jetpacking.
Oh,
all right.
That's a great name.
I've had the
it.
jetpack.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know about this one. Do one with a total stranger. French kiss for 30 seconds.
I think I'm just going spooning because for the most part I'm asleep.
Bathe them. Massage them. Well, the spooning thing's fine, but if you get 8 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep, whatever you typically sleep.
I don't think I'm going to sleep well that night, but I think I'm going to go for that because at least while I'm asleep, I'm not worried about it.
Now, I would say a massage is going to be, 60-minute massage. The French kiss, we've already established at 30 seconds. Spooning is for however long you sleep. I'd say bath time, probably, a half hour?
Maybe.
At the most.
The only other people I've bathed were my children.
So
bathing somebody to me seems worse. But honestly, since they're all strangers, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to bathe them, massage them, French kiss them, and then spoon them in that night.
Yeah, look, there's some people who just, for whatever reason, they're maybe like even just a temporary paralysis.
Yeah.
And they do regain use of their legs or whatever the deal is. Someone needs to bathe them. When they're in the hospital.
Sure, but no one's happy about doing it. Like all the medical people we've talked to, we love helping people. That's why you're here. Some people, it's like, I'll be honest, I love the blood and carnage because, but when it comes to like sponge bathing people, like their voice changes. Like, yeah, and also we had to, there's no one in the medical field who ever seems excited about the sponge bath.
I think I'm taking the 30-second French kiss. I think I just close my eyes.
Hope that you get lucky with somebody.
I'm going to write down a name, and I want you to think of this person's mouth.
They might have a big, hairy mustache like you guys do. I don't know. I know.
Think about that,
I know.
man.
That's
I'm just saying.
I know that's another problem.
There's people where,
oral
it's just
hygiene.
their mouth.
Yeah,
I think they would like it.
I'm going spooning.
Okay, but that's the worst case scenario in this.
It is. Look, you might find that you got a smoke
show.
show, but you also might not. I told you, man, we were at a Comic-Con last year, and there was my daughter. She's wandered off with her friends. At this point, I'm just exhausted. So I'm kind of sitting down in this little sitting area, and there is this absolute smoke show of a woman. She's just messing around on her phone, but I'm kind of staring at her. A couple other guys there staring at her. You could not take your eyes off of her. Her friend finally walks up, finds her. Her friend says something to her, which makes her laugh. When she opened her mouth to laugh and smile, I'm like, the 3 teeth in her mouth are black. And you want to talk about an instant turnoff. Just like, oh my God, you're pretty when your mouth's closed.
I think I got to go with the massage.
You're going to give someone a massage.
Just because, I understand the people that I could possibly get massage and it would not be all that good. However, that's also somebody's profession, and I feel like I could put myself in that headspace of all right, I got a job to do. I'm going to look for knots in there. I'm going to put a worker's brain on there and see if I can muscle through it there.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, and I consider that, man, but
there's some backs I don't want to rub for sure.
There's people I just don't want to touch, right? And I know spooning, I'm touching them, but I'm not getting up in there, right?
Yeah.
But years ago, talking to one of my tattoo artist friends, and he was like, man, the thing about doing tattoos is that everyone's skin is different. Some people are dry, some people are oily. It's always a different canvas. But this one guy, he could not get out of his head because the guy just had zits all over his back. And he's like, I'm trying to tattoo this guy. You know, when you go over these zits, like the zits are blowing out. And he's like, man, there's pus, there's blood. And this guy does not know how gross his back is because, like most people,
you can't see it.
You don't see your back. And he's like, dude, this was probably like 20 years ago. And he's like, I can't get it out of my head. So after he shared that story with me, there's something about the idea of perfect stranger, and I'm not obligated to provide this service. And it's just one of those, man.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yep. You don't know what you're going to get.
Nope.
Also, a lot of people don't bathe on a regular basis or take a shower on a regular basis.
Which is crazy.
You got to remember, you got to rub their feet.
Yeah, it gets a little hinky too, man.
Yeah, there's,
big horse toenails.
Bathing, bathing's clearly the last pick.
Right. Yeah.
You'd rather give a massage before bathing?
Correct.
I would rather give them a bath before a massage because, again, with the bath, if nothing else, I know they're getting clean. Whatever circumstance they are when they got in, that's one thing.
But you've got to get so much more involved with the bath,
But
man.
I don't because, like you said, with the loofah,
Bath is
I'm not
easy.
doing it with my hands. There is a barrier. It's like an oven mitt. I understand that what I'm touching is hot. I know it is in my hand, but thanks to this oven mitt, I have no fear.
You can use washcloth.
So now it's just the visual might be absolutely disgusting, but the loofah is doing the dirty work, not me. A massage, like my hands, or like you said, you find these knots, and now they got their dry ass feet up in their hand. No,
I got a massage when I woke up on Tuesday morning. I had a knot in the back of my neck, I basically couldn't turn my head. I was in so much pain. So I went in there, man, and I know the guy. He's a buddy of mine. He has the biggest forearms you've ever seen on a human
for
being.
sure.
All right. He starts at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, depending on the appointment. Sometimes works till 6 o'clock at night. I mean, he's one after another, after another, after another. And for 1 hour, man, I mean, it's a workout. I mean, even on me, the way I felt when I was done, I felt better. But I was wiped the hell out. And he is digging. I mean, he like his hands.
Yeah, the deeper they dig, the more exhausted you are at the end of it. They're breaking all the toxins out and all this, and it takes you out.
No, it really does.
Somebody here says, would you rather massage Robert Kraft or Deshaun Watson? I understand your point, but I'm taking Robert Kraft because I could beat his ass. He's an old man, so he makes a move, man. I'm putting his head through a window. Deshaun Watson, unfortunately, younger than me.
But
stronger
Deshaun
than
Watson
me.
also was accused of making the advances. Kraft just merely went to a place that did that.
Sure.
So I'm taking Kraft.
I'm taking Kraft, too. Like I said, if anything goes funny, like, I can beat his ass. Not Deshaun Watson.
What do you think's going on here, cheese man?
Yeah. I feel like Deshaun would be like, no, we're going to do this. And there's nothing I can do about it.
So our men's room poll, do one with a total stranger. Will you French kiss them for 30 seconds? Will you give them a full bath?
Should have told him you were a Ravens fan.
Hour massage or spoon all night? That is our men's room poll. All right, the game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Tom, are you on team sober or team not sober?
I'm team sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay. Do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
These are all really bad options, but I think I'm going to take the massage.
Give the massage. All right, Tom, with your strong hands.
Man, oh, man. I mean, look, you might get lucky, and it's, Cindy frickin' Crawford.
Hey, it's
you
a
go,
stranger.
cool. It could also be Danny DeVito. You just don't know.
You can have the same luck with the bath.
I bet Danny DeVito gets a strong massage.
Oh, you know he does. I mean, Danny, walk on my back.
He can't. He's going to be on a stool.
It's all right. You can get it done. Or you can lay on the
You
floor.
got to push down on that. Yeah.
So would you not get a massage from a little person, Miles?
I don't think the leverage.
That's a good
I don't think
question.
the leverage would be the same.
Let's be honest. You don't like tiny people.
The tables are probably about as high as this.
But it's a little person. I'm sure their table will accommodate the height that they are, so the table will be much lower.
What do you call, anti-sizite?
No, but either is a refrigerator with a freezer on top. They don't. It's not that it was intentional. It's just.
Oh, yeah, sure. Make fun of them. Just let that hate flow.
Wow, Miles. Man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a little person, Miles has to speak for all of us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I like little people. I don't think you're as different and weird as Miles says you are.
I don't say that. I say that there's challenges involved.
Damn.
And massages would be one of them.
Damn.
Obviously. I told you about the time that I went to that house.
Oh, yeah. Why are all the light switches so close to the floorboard?
Yeah. And Marty told me what you told him upstairs once.
Well,
I remember Marty told me.
Pass that joint over.
Marty told me, I'm going to go get some pee. And I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confident dude, man.
I've never seen someone sit on a couch before with their legs just straight out.
Smoking a joint. Good times. All right,
Mike and I are going to see some next week.
What?
Yeah, Mike doesn't even know he's committed.
Oh.
Yeah. Micro Maidens is in town.
Micro Maidens?
Yeah.
Is it a band or?
No, it's like burlesque with little ladies.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. You gotta let me know how that is. All right, Tom, here is your question. What American family dynasty is Andrew Cooper related to? I'm sorry, Anderson Cooper. What American family dynasty is Anderson Cooper related
What'd you call him first? Andy
I
Cooper?
think that's the Vanderbilt.
That is the Vanderbilts. One and done, Tom. Nice job.
All right, Tom, before we let you go, true or false question. The Atlanta Falcons drafted 64-year-old John Wayne in the 1972 draft.
I'm going to say false.
Believe it or not, that is true. In the 7th round, they drafted John Wayne in spite of him being 64 years old, because what they said was, we wanted to show the rest of the NFL that we respect toughness. And the rest of the NFL said, cool, you just blew a draft pick.
Yeah, you didn't go to the Super Bowl for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Long time. They win. More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
206-803-ROCK. The game is Big Dummy. Steve, who is our next contestant ready to play?
Why are you asking me? Ted knows who it is.
James.
Welcome to the Men's Room.
What's up?
Hola. James, are you on Team Sober, Team Not Sober?
Team sober at work.
All right, James, welcome to Big Dummy.
That's a perfect place to get drunk, James.
It really is. All right, you're going to do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
I'm going to have to go spoon all night.
Spoon all night.
And what if you woke up the next morning and that person was Iggy Pop?
Ooh, that'd be rough.
Yeah.
He'd probably really enjoy it, because I'm a big dude and he's a tiny little skinny fella.
Well, at least you didn't pick massage then.
Yeah, he's leathery and weird looking. So with the spooning thing, is it like, would I walk into the dark bedroom, I don't know who it is, I have not seen them, you just spoon, and then the next morning you see who it is you've been spooning with?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't care. I just would like to see who it is first.
No. If you're spooning, man, hey, Ted, just climb in bed. They're waiting for you.
Come on in.
You can figure
Tiger. Bring it in.
You can be big spoon, little spoon, whatever it is you want to do, but you'll find out tomorrow morning who it is. It could be Blake Lively.
Ooh. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. It also might not be.
Then I'm switching to bathe.
Oh, yeah. If I know it's Blake Lively, bathe, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, all right, my boobs are clean.
I'm doing a massage. I'm touching y'all.
Deep tissue.
Yeah.
Don't look
deep
at me.
Deep tissue. Real deep.
We're both getting a massage.
All right, James. Here is your question. What was the name of the Mayflower's sister ship? The Mayflower's sister ship. Mm-hmm. The black women were.
The Santa Maria?
No, that was
That would be Columbus. The Mayflowers. Does anyone know?
It was the Mayflower
and the Buttercup.
And they never.
The Carpathia.
The Speedwell.
Oh,
the Speed.
I never heard of that.
How do we never hear about that?
Right.
Never heard of that.
Is it kind of like the Neil Armstrong thing? Like Mayflower was the first one.
I guess the Mayflower touched on first because they ran out of beer.
But also, they didn't travel together. It's just a sister
Right, the
ship.
sister
Like the
ship.
Titanic has two other sister ships. They never...
They don't talk about Titanic anymore. All right, your question. Which original Star Trek character was played by James Doohan?
Scotty?
Got it.
Yes,
Nice
indeed.
job.
There you go.
Mr. Scott. Did he have an actual name, or was it just Mr. Scott? Because the whole thing is, he was Scottish, right? That was the idea. They called him Mr. Scott, and the only other thing you heard was Scotty. So either his name was Scotty Scott, which, they call me Scotty Scott.
Captain Montgomery Scott.
Oh, Montgomery Scott.
What a great name.
Nice.
All right. Great name.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Is it a Nick or a Mick?
Nick.
Nick. Are you sober or not sober there, Nick?
I am not sober now.
Not sober now. What are you doing over there, Nick?
Just got home from work, so it's time to go.
All right. What are you drinking?
I am drinking
Come on.
some cool, refreshing Rainier.
Oh, okay.
right.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, Nick, you're going to do one with a total stranger. Will it be French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night?
I'd say massage.
Massage.
All right.
Cool.
Who we're bringing in for him?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg. There you go. Have fun.
Sister Act 3.
Exactly. You brought up the vote.
All right, Nick. Here is your question. Which member of the royal family was married to Sarah Ferguson and is linked to Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, geez. I don't know. Charles?
Andrew.
Prince Andrew. Did you say Prince Harry?
My bad.
Yeah.
First thing that came to mind. It's old Drew.
All right, your question. A graphospasm. A graphospasm is the clinical name for what? A Charlie horse, tennis elbow, swimmer's ear, or writer's cramp?
Sounds like an anal Charlie.
I know.
Say Charlie horse?
A graphospasm is writer's cramp. By the way, a Charlie horse, the technical name, muscle cramp. Tennis elbow is the, oh boy, lateral epicondylitis, and swimmer's ear is stystis externa.
Of course.
Yeah, but I know you knew that. All right, your question. What city is overlooked by Christ the Redeemer? A.K.A. Big Jesus.
Dad's got a different name for it.
I know. What did you call him? Like Mountain Jesus or something?
I will say it in just a moment.
It's Rio?
It is real.
Jesus in Brazil.
Oh, that's
Jesus
right.
in Brazil.
The new movie.
That's right.
Always bragging about the size of that fish.
It's been there a while.
The size of the
Fish is big. Like, Jesus, we get it.
We know.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the men's room.
Afternoon.
Hola. Cheyenne, team sober?
Not sober, and I want to make it clear, my name isn't Cheyenne. I missed when they asked if I was calling in for Big Dummy, and I said sure am.
Oh, sorry about
Sure
that.
am.
What was the name, boss?
Nathan.
Nathan.
All right.
Oh, you said I sure am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got translated to Cheyenne. All
Okay, Nathan. All right, you're going to do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night?
Well, somebody stole the easy Robert Kraft joke, so I'm going to go French kiss.
French kiss.
French kiss.
With Dwayne the Dog Chapman.
Damn right, sir.
Surprise. Grab that mullet, man, and get in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty famous.
Yeah.
Would you have him take off his blades first?
Yeah. I want to look into his dog eyes.
You're going to French kiss him and keep your eyes open the whole time?
I'd rather kiss him than any woman he's been with.
Yeah, go kidding. Good God, man. All right, here's your question. How many checkers does each player start a game with?
Damn it. I came in here thinking I was going to get a one and done. 23?
No.
10?
12.
Damn.
I'm not playing checkers with Nathan. He starts with an odd number.
Well,
He's the guy that brings you 3 mozzarella sticks for a table of 4.
Well, the checkers are only on one color versus chess where the entire row's filled up.
Correct. I hate checkers, man.
Why?
Even as a kid, I'm just like, this is stupid.
Did you ever play Chinese checkers?
I never understood what the rules. We
Neither
had a
did I.
Chinese checker
Basically,
board. We played with the
take over
marbles.
another triangle, another area. Yeah.
Oh, is that all
try
right?
to fight your way across.
We had the board. We never played with the board, but we take the marbles and lose them, and then get yelled at by my father.
I was too stupid for chess. My younger brother made me play checkers with him. It was way easier to understand.
It is easier to understand. Well, my brother taught me to play chess. He's considerably smarter than me, and he proved it every single time we played
The
chess.
best one with those pieces is Connect 4.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
I actually hit my one of the few physical fights my brother and I got into. I don't remember what started it, but he took a Connect 4 board over the head, delivered by me. It didn't hurt him much, but it made a lot of noise. All the checkers blew out. And then he put his hand on my chest and just shoved me backwards real hard, right? And I hit the wall, and I'm about to charge him now because we're pissed. But there's this look on his face like, oh no, what have I done? And it turns out he shoved me directly into my mother's acoustic guitar, and we snapped the neck. And
no.
Oh, bro.
And that
that moment, we knew, like, and our parents weren't home at the time. Like, when our parents get home, they're going to kill us. And figuratively speaking, my father did.
Yeah, and that stopped his mom's music career dead in his tracks right there.
Actually, her lack of talent stopped it, but...
Like, that's the biggest deal. Like, she would have picked it up and played it if it was still okay.
But it was decorative.
I know
at
that.
At that point.
It looks like, yes, I know. So does a basket of fruit that's halfway spilled over.
That'd have been better, so we wouldn't have broken it. My dad was so pissed at us. I thought he was going to kill us. And then we kind of stopped fighting after that. All right. Your question, what fruit used to be called Persian apples?
One time I call in for Big Dummy, I can't answer any of these. I'm gonna say pear.
It is not a pear. I'll give you guys a hint. It could also be a stripper's name.
Opal.
Wait, hold on.
I was going to say fig.
Peaches.
Peaches, yeah.
Peaches.
Good job,
Did
Jack.
you say, I said a stripper's name and you went fig?
What
kind of strip clubs do you go to? All right, gentlemen.
I was thinking fig before you gave that hint.
Get one hand in your pants. Please welcome to the stage, Fig.
Fig.
Did she just throw a Fig Newton at me?
Fig. Fig.
Here you go. Have a Fig Newton.
The ugliest stripper that has ever walked
Get
the
out
stage.
of the bathroom. I'm just sitting here thinking about Fig.
Sexy ass Fig.
Oh, God. That just sounds like something insulting to say. Like, you know what? You look like a fig.
That's the stripper. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, Fig. And don't worry, she looks exactly the way you think.
Foxy Fig.
I just picture having like one leg, a big belly, and real hairy, and a bad attitude. Put more money in my G-string.
Fig allowed the smoking club.
I'm going to eat a bucket of chicken while I get naked for you.
She doesn't even do anything. She just demands that you give her money.
Private dance now. Like, all right, Fig.
Get in there.
Sit down.
Lap dance, you end up on the floor.
You like it.
I am Fig. All right. Your question, in the movie Castaway, how long was Tom Hanks' character marooned on an island?
10 years.
3, 4.
Oh, he'd have been dead
4
after
years.
10.
Well, his wife moved on real quick, didn't she?
All right. Yeah, she was already married.
Like, she was already remarried. Like, you go through the process of building a relationship, then you get married. Like, by the time he got back,
I think like
damn.
We searched for you for so long.
They had 10, like 10-year-old kids. He's only got 4 years.
How the hell did you do this? We got 4 years.
Oh, it just happened after you left.
Happens in the military all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how this happened.
Like some guys, like, I never got to meet my real father. He died 2 years before I was born.
Well, and then she was about to bail on them to go with him. You remember after he came back, she's like, oh, we'll just run away together. Like, you've got a whole family here, dude. What the hell are
I'm
you
not
talking
really
about?
big on the runaway thing.
Right. You just have commitment issues, damn it.
I will
Fig.
say, we always joke about bench players or whatever.
Yeah.
So I dated a girl for like a year, and then she had this buddy that was always, like, I kind of knew him too. So fast forward, like, 7 years later, I run into this guy at Mike's Chili Parlor.
Okay.
And he's like, blah, 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 has kids now. I was like, well, yeah, they're yours. And he's like, no, man, that wasn't me. And I was like, oh, no, Wes? I was like, you were always right there. And he's like, yeah, but didn't work out. I was like, all right, I'm not wrong. Like,
I tried.
yeah, I was like,
I gave it all I got.
All right, your
Can I ask
question.
you a question on behalf of my friend George real quick?
Is George an idiot?
He is.
Okay.
All right. He requested that I ask, what's your favorite Kid Rock song and why is it Ball with a Ball?
It's the only one I can name.
what's the other one?
All Summer Long's really good.
What was yours?
Bogard?
Bogard. Bogard, yeah.
I like menthols and Mad Dog.
All right, your question.
Kid Rock.
How long were the characters on Gilligan's Island supposedly stranded on the island?
2 stranded island questions in a row.
Oh, you got another one coming.
Island with my dad like last month.
3 hours.
You're never getting off this beach.
I want to. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm going to go ahead and say 10 years again.
All right, how long were they there?
15 years.
All right, how long did the show air?
7 seasons.
So technically 22 years.
Yeah, yeah, add it all up. All right, I got one more island question for you, Nathan. How long were the characters on the TV show Lost stranded on the island?
This is the least one. I have zero. I have never seen an episode of Lost.
It's a good show until the last season.
I'm going to mix it up here. I'm going to go 11 years.
11. Believe it or not, only 108 days. Wow. There's a lot going on in 108 days. Yes, so Gilligan's on 15 years on that island, no change of clothes.
Sad. But the Globetrotter showed up.
Yeah, the Globetrotter showed up and then left their ass.
Right.
All right, Nathan, what Netflix TV show is set in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana?
Is it? I hate the show. Is it Stranger Things?
You got
it. You might hate it, but I gave you a right answer. There you go.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Hello, Dave. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola. Dave, sober or not sober?
I am sober. Got to go to work later.
All right, Dave, welcome to Big Dummy.
Thank you. First time.
All right, our poll. Do one with a total stranger. French kiss for 30 seconds. Bathe them. Massage them or spoon all night.
I'm going to have to go with the spooning.
Spoon with Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I get to pick.
Well, I guess you find out afterwards, so I guess it'll be okay.
At least you know what time it is when you wake up in the morning.
Set your alarm for the next day.
Can I talk to him a little bit while I'm spooning him?
I want to.
Can whisper sweet nothings into his ear.
Like, why did you and Chuck D fire Professor Griff?
You really want to know the answer to that?
Wait, it's something weird, right? Like
some negative opinions of people. I'll leave it at
yeah,
that.
he was. Yeah. I don't think he was a fan of Ted Smith.
You would have been okay, believe it or not.
Well, it didn't hurt the Fugees, you know?
Right.
I also just think, I just saw an interview with him once, and he's like, how the hell you get fired from a rap group?
All right. Your question.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yep,
All right.
Yep. Your question, what is the largest Starbucks beverage size?
I want to say venti.
Used to be.
Trenta.
It is now Trenta, 31 ounces of overpriced caffeine.
Is this like a pharmaceutical drug? They just made up the name, Trenta?
It actually, I can't remember if it's Italian or something, but I believe
Italian.
it means 30.
Yeah, that's because that's what they use, right?
But I like it because they say, well, it means 30. I'm like, but you give us 31 ounces. Whatever.
It's called large.
When we first moved here, I asked for a medium drip. Do you mean whatever they call it? Is it tall? I don't know. And I'm like, dude, is that the medium one? She goes, yeah. So then that's what I'm asking for.
Well, and the tall one's the shortest one.
The tall's the short. What's the next one?
Grande.
Yeah. Right.
Venti.
It's pointed a cup. That.
Right.
All right, your question. What is the term for a word that's spelled the same forwards and backwards?
Is that an anagram?
Nope, not
that.
Palindrome. There you go. Palindrome.
Okay.
Wow. You're right. I did some research on
Yeah.
But I still want to spoon Flavor Flav and ask him questions and talk to him.
What are your thoughts? All right, your question. Of the 12 Friday the 13th movies, what is the first one in which Jason dons his iconic mask?
I have not seen any one of those movies. So.
Really?
No, not one.
Honest to God, dude, you're not missing anything. It's exactly what you think it is.
Well, I mean, I was too scared to watch them when I was younger, and I just never.
Listen, man.
Never watched them.
The one thing about those movies, you can be scared, you can not be scared. There are a lot of TNA in these movies.
Well, that's good.
So, guess a number between 1 and 12.
Let's say 2.
I'll say 3.
3. Friday the 13th, part 3. That's actually the first boob I saw on TV. It was Friday the 13th.
On TV?
It was on cable. Cable had just come out, and we had a sleepover at my buddy's house. There's like 4 of us. We had heard of cable, never watched cable. He had HBO, so he's like, dude, like, movies that they show in theaters, we can see here. We're like, cool. It's a Friday night, Friday the 13th. We're like, all right, let's watch it.
I think mine was Porky's.
And it was, this boob popped out. And here's the thing. The boob popped out, we're super excited, and then I believe a harpoon appeared from her eyeball because Jason had been behind her.
Oh.
And I was still excited about the boob. Like, I don't care. It doesn't ruin it for me.
It's all boob.
It's all boob. Doesn't matter.
Mine was Whole 9 Yards.
Whole 9 yards?
Yeah.
Dad, what was your first boob movie?
Movie-wise?
First movie boob.
I know the first nipple was
Actually, you know what the
was what's her name that I love? Rosie Perez.
first boob I saw on TV was the nip slip at the Super Bowl.
For real?
Yes.
That was the first.
Because I didn't know what it was for a second. Everybody's freaking out. I was like, what? I was too young at the time. I was just staring at Justin because he was from NSYNC. And all of a sudden, everybody's freaking out. Like,
that
what?
ruined our lives.
Here's the bad one I had was that our school, like just next door, like over one big road, was a library.
Okay.
So sometimes we just go over to the library to kind of waste time. We had found a book on history on the Nazis, but there's this picture in the book of them at a topless show. So we would go over there.
Look at the Nazi boobs.
I know it's awful. But like,
I guess you don't pick your first boobs.
Well, we were just like once. I don't know who the original racist kid was that found it, but once we knew.
Hey, honest with you, my first boob was a woman had a slinky around her neck in like Uganda.
National Geographic.
Don't think for 1 minute.
Around her
Yeah, look how low those hang. It's amazing. And look at the size of that guy's penis.
Yeah, the boobs of National Geographic did not turn me on the boobs.
You learned about Newton.
Yeah, they look like bananas. All right, your question. What Asian country cultivates ghost peppers?
China.
Not a bad guess. India.
Oh, that makes sense. They got a lot of hot stuff in India.
Yes, they do.
All right, question 4, Dave.
Question number 4 for you. Who played the oldest of the 3 sisters on the TV show Charmed?
Do you want the actress name or the character name?
Actress name, please.
Stu Shandor.
Was her? Okay.
Because funny enough, I couldn't tell you the character's name.
Alyssa Milano.
And
who's the other one?
Oh God, what's her name? Was it Neve Campbell? She Charmed? The Shannon Doherty, Neve Campbell, and Alyssa Milano. I think
it was Neve Campbell.
Holly Marie Combs, Alyssa Milano,
Holly Marie
Rose
Combs.
McGowan.
Okay.
All right. More Big Dummy coming up. 206-803-ROCK.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
Listen as Selenia tells us why she chose to vaccinate her daughter.
I definitely felt like the pros far outweighed the cons. The diseases that I am protecting my child against, they're still here. And at the end of the day, it's my job as a mother to keep my child safe.
Talk to your child's doctor and learn more at yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
Looking for a great deal on a John Deere compact tractor? Don't miss this special offer. Right now, Pape Machinery is offering 0% financing for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. Pick up a premium John Deere machine and start transforming your property today. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf at 830 Evergreen Street in Linden to get started. Financing offer valid through July 31st on approved credit only. Eligible models include 1 Series, 2 Series, and 3 E-Series tractors. See dealer for details.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic. With 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors: pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at ikea-usa.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
That's a pretty easy deal. You download the Odyssey app. It's absolutely free. You create an account. All you need to do is listen to us for 1 hour. That's all you can tolerate, but that gives you a chance to win your share of $100,000.
Yeah, man.
Every time you listen for an hour each day, you get another entry to win. So that's the way that goes down. That starts Monday right here on The Rock. The game is Big Dummy. Let's see, 206-803-ROCK. Who is our next contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Wes. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
Hola. Wes, sober, not sober?
All right, Miles, can I get the person first for the question of the day?
For the poll?
Can you get are you sober or not sober?
I'm not sober. So.
All right. Got that much taken care of?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, no, you can't pick the person. We're going to pick the person for you. But it is a total stranger. French kiss, bathe, massage, or spoon?
If it was Ted, I'd say spoon.
No spoon?
All right. It's Gary Busey.
Oh, my God, those teeth.
But the
better
good
than a French
news
kiss.
about Gary Busey is you'll know it's Gary Busey even if the lights are turned out.
Imagine just Gary Busey ripping one in the middle of the night on you.
Sorry about that. Too much cheese. And I don't even eat cheese. That's why it's weird. All right, Wes, here's a question. What were Lucy and Linus's last name in the Peanuts?
Peanuts.
They're related to, I believe, a Maryland alum, Scott Van Pelt. Yes, it was Lucy and Linus Van Pelt.
Yeah, you terp.
Mm-hmm. All right, your question. What admiral of the American Revolution is considered to be the father of the U.S. Navy? He shares a name with a member of Led Zeppelin.
I got nothing, Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
I got
John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones.
Damn.
All right, Wes, your question. What Tom Cruise movie takes place in the year 2054?
Is that... Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like One Good Kill. It was something like that.
That's that. Now, I know the movie you're thinking of. It was not. It was...
That's what they're touching all the screens and everything.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Starts with a P. Priority Report.
Minority Report.
Minority Report.
Yeah. I thought it was a movie about the 60s.
I was right there.
Exactly.
Not good.
Moving on up to the top. I thought we were watching. What is this?
All right. Your question.
Hang on. Let's check the Minority Report.
Uh-huh.
He got an F.
Thrill still has a job.
Don't be desperate.
It's not minorities, but I have a theory on neighborhoods.
What's that?
You see white women jogging in the middle of the day. It's probably a good, safe neighborhood.
Right.
Like, why isn't she at work? Why is she jogging?
Alone.
Right.
All right, your question. The electric eel is native to what continent?
My pants.
Oh, what continent?
Continent, yes. The electric eel.
Trick question. They don't live on land.
Asia.
I'll say Australia.
South America.
South America.
Yep.
So they're only in that one area, nowhere else.
That's it.
Huh. Interesting. Because they can swim anywhere they want. I mean, it's the ocean.
Right?
Well, they want to make South America much like Australia. They're like, cool, piranhas? All right, let's throw in electric eels.
That's a good point. Question number 5, Wes.
Question number... That's what they actually
Well, is South America the
Zap!
only...
You got zapped. I'm an electric eel.
Is South America the only place with piranhas? I've never heard of them attacking people anywhere else.
I think so. And even then, is it South America or just the Amazon River?
I don't know.
All right, your question. Cloudgate, also called the Bean, is a sculpture in what U.S. city? Easy, Mike. Baby, let me see your cloud.
You got this one, Wes.
I hate it, but I think it's Chicago.
It is Chicago. Why do you hate Chicago, Wes?
I don't like Chicago. I just don't. Sorry.
Okay. Is there any particular reason?
You just don't like it.
They think their pizza's better, and it's not.
Oh, their tavern pizza's pretty good. I
like the Chicago.
As far as the
deep dish.
Chicago deep dish pizza is concerned, it's its own animal.
Yeah,
correct. But Chicago, on the whole, has some of the best pizza I've ever had in my life, as far as all the other styles are concerned. They make just about everything. But
It's not that deep dish isn't good.
It just when you think pizza, you want something handheld. But that said, I actually really like Chicago deep dish, and I have great memories of Chicago. All of them are illicit, most of them illegal. I remember snorting pubic hair, and I was trying to get some cocaine.
I've never hated a place based on their pizza.
No. Mexico. I love Mexico, but well, let me take that back. Last time we were there, we found a place.
Hey, you keep asking
that
about it
pizza.
going through the Taco Bell drive-thru.
What's that?
Mexican pizza.
Actually, you know what? Yes, Taco Bell's Mexican pizza specifically, I love.
After 10 p.m., Ocean Shores. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Pizza's bad.
Let's see. Oh.
It's from yesterday.
Long time no talk. Hello, Marshall. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you fellas doing?
Marshall, team sober today?
Sober.
All right. Okay, our men's room poll. Do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
I'm a color, so let's go spoon. I'm a color.
Okay. Well, you're going to be with Susan Boyle.
Oh, God.
Who was Susan Boyle?
She was
You'll find out.
American Idol.
I think she was on like the British Idol.
Yeah.
She's got a great voice.
Yes, she does.
She's got a great voice.
And we're done.
Oh, you got to start off with that then. I guess everything else probably.
I would say, go ahead and Google that later.
Yeah. Send images, Susan Boyle. All right, your question. Yeah. ESPN stands for what? ESPN stands for what?
Is it Entertainment and Sports Programming Network?
That's it.
Damn, Marshall.
Damn, one done.
Still smart. All right, Marshall, before we let you go, got a 50-50 question for you. True or false? E.T.'s name is Zrek.
I go true. That sounds right.
Zrek?
Z-R-E-K. So apparently that was going to be revealed in the sequel, but the sequel ended up not getting made.
It's just like a Grogu. It's like a Grogu thing.
But Zrek.
But they never call him Grogu.
Nobody calls him Grogu.
That's what I'm saying.
They say
he
the kid.
He has a name, but you just never hear the name.
But the difference is with E.T., he never said his name. Like, he kept talking to Elliot.
Yeah, but no one addressed him as Rook or whatever.
Well, you didn't know because they never told anyone. Quick side note, just, teach your kids to have manners because in that movie, they never asked him his name.
Yep.
They never said, by the way, we keep calling you E.T. What is your actual name? And he probably been like, Zrek. Friends call me Boo, but Zrek.
Government name or my street name?
Damn, E.T.'s because on the street is something different.
Right? And if you hear it, you in trouble.
You're going to say, ouch.
They know me as the Neck. Hello, Nathan. Welcome to the men's room.
Buds and beers, bitches.
Oh, yeah. Nathan, sober, not sober?
Just cracked open my first beer, so about to be not sober.
What kind of beer?
Rainier, like last week.
All right. Nathan, do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
I'm going to go massage.
Massage?
All right.
Rosie O'Donnell.
All right.
Cool.
Yay. Wonderful.
The sincerity is overwhelming. Oh, good. It's you. All right, your question. What major river runs through Washington, D.C.? Will Smith doesn't know.
Will Smith does not know it. That's not a hint. I just saw him mispronounce it at Clinton's first inauguration.
I have no idea. I'm just going to guess Columbia River, even though I know that's here in Washington.
Yes.
Potomac.
The Potomac, or as Will Smith calls it,
Patty Mac.
right here on the Patty Mac River. The Patty Mac.
Well, said it during rehearsal. Nobody corrected him. He said it in front of, I don't know how big that crowd was. It was massive.
Did he say that he did it in rehearsal and no one?
No, I heard him do it in rehearsals. My
really?
mom had got. It was like, so if you, most people have never been to a presidential inauguration, but
True.
there's like events all leading up to it. So the night before, there's this massive concert in front of the Lincoln Memorial. That's where I saw Dylan.
Okay.
All kinds of stuff. But my mom had gotten these passes to the AFL, so we got in there early to get through security, and we heard him say it. And even as a kid, we laughed and we're like, he doesn't know what it's called. I just can't get over the fact that by the time he came out hours later to give his speech, nobody had corrected him.
You know why? I'm bringing this full circle. His proofreader was probably Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Chris Rock didn't correct him, so really he went up there and bitch slapped him on TV, still mad about the Patty Mac. The Patty Mac incident. This is for the Patty Mac.
All right. Actually, it was Mayweather.
I don't know.
Oh, sounds good.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah. Hey, proofread this. Can't do that, boss. All right, your question. What are the 4 states of matter? What are the 4 states of matter?
Liquid, solid, gas, and plasma.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well
Great
done,
job,
man.
dude. Absolutely.
Well
Very
done.
good. Stop. Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Dolan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Dolan, sober, not sober?
Sober.
All right, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, I'll do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night?
Massage.
Massage. With Gerard Depardieu.
Oh. God, man. That dude's face is really disturbing. Really, really disturbing.
Better than the French kissing.
True.
To him, he's just a kisser.
Fair enough.
He did just like he's to me. All right, your question. Which actor's mother was an opium smuggler and father was a spy? Is it Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Lucy Liu, or Jet Li?
Jet Li?
Now your guess.
Yeah.
I'll say
Lucy
Bruce
Liu.
Lee.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, his mother was an opium smuggler, his father was a spy. So naturally, he sings and does movies. Wasn't it like Woody Harrelson? I think his father was a hitman.
Something bad.
Yeah. That's a weird home to grow up. It's one thing if your dad's a hitman. It's different if you know that your dad is a hitman.
Oh, don't forget, the Kennedys made all their money in bootlegging.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But see, I respect that.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What's that?
Was that what Woody Harrelson's dad was all about? My grandma said something like 20 years ago, never elaborated. I never knew what the story was.
Yeah, his father was a hitman, and that's the world he grew up in, man. That's probably why he smokes so much weed now.
And didn't McConaughey's mom basically admit to sleeping with him?
Sleeping with, what, his dad?
With
or
Woody Harrelson's
Woody Harrelson himself?
husband, yes. At some point in time during her lifetime.
Wait, she slept with Woody Harrelson or Woody Harrelson's
Woody
dad?
Harrelson's dad along the way.
Oh, really?
Before or after McConaughey's father passed on, or before they met?
I did not know that.
Because there's always speculation that, honestly, they could be related.
They look a lot alike.
They look alike. They kind of talk alike. They definitely have the same interest.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What character was invented to respond to questions from gold medal flower customers?
Oh, I have no idea.
What now?
What character was invented to respond to questions from gold medal flower customers? You have absolutely heard of this fake person.
Oh, I got it.
Johnny Walker?
I'll say Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker.
Didn't know that.
Well, they kept getting all these baking questions. So finally they said, look, let's invent a character. We won't tell people that she's fake. It'll sound like this real person. Give people confidence. And then she started putting out cookbooks and all the rest of that crap. And it worked out. Is their way of saying, stop calling us. That's basically what that means. All right, what U.S. state are a large portion of Stephen King's novels based in?
Maine.
Insane the Maine. Very good.
Exciting Maine.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Castle Rock, Maine.
It's lovely there, but...
Hello, Donald. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Hola. Donald, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, Donald. Welcome to the program. All right, Donald, men's room poll. Do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
Spoon all night.
With Crispin Glover.
All right. Your question, how many people make up the U.S. Electoral College?
85.
How many people? That's a House and a Senate? Is that the college?
No, the Electoral College is
538.
538. Okay.
I never would have known that. Now you're about to hear all about it. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right, your question. How many hard-boiled eggs does Paul Newman's character eat in the movie Cool Hand Luke?
A dozen.
Oh.
50.
50.
Yeah.
What, during the whole movie?
No, it's a
There's
scene in the movie
where
he eats 50 hard-boiled eggs.
Why?
It's a bet.
Yeah,
you ever seen Cool Hand Luke?
Nope.
Oh. I mean, I don't want a Paul Newman stand on you, but it is an awesome movie.
It's worth watching.
He's so cool.
He is cool.
Yeah, but if you're going to watch like a black and white movie, that's one of the ones I'd put on and still watch.
And you will remember the scene where he's eating the boiled eggs. It kind of sticks with you.
And you'll recognize some of the actors, too, that you'll see in later films.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Taking it off, boss.
All right, Donald, your question. How many white stripes are on the American flag?
I'm going to find them all.
What's that?
7.
6. Yes. 3 times as many as the members in the band. I mean, there should be a 6-piece, right? Go about the white stripes. All right, your question. Eric Arthur Blair was the real name of what author? Stephen King, Mark Twain, James Joyce, or George Orwell?
James Joyce.
George Orwell.
George Orwell.
Question 5.
Question number 5 for you. What was Jackie Robinson's uniform number?
42.
Nice.
There you go.
Well done.
More of Big Dummy coming up if you'd like to be a contestant. 206-803 Rock.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. That's where an agent who is a realtor comes in to navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. Because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
Returns with Miles and Thrill.
Ted Chef coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has the best foods to bring to every summer outing. In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy. 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Jesse, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, welcome to Big Dummy, Jesse. Let's see here. Men's room poll, do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
Let's go bathe.
Bathe. Luis Guzman.
Oh, God.
And then you got to get to my arms.
I was talking to Suzanne earlier today and letting her know that I can't make it on Saturday for the second time now. So you guys got to get out there for the third time.
What happened last year that you couldn't meet us at the 884?
I had to work.
Yeah. And what about this time at the 884?
I got the kids with me, so 21 and under ain't gonna work.
Let's leave them outside.
How
man.
old are the kids?
Let's see. I got my 2-year-old and my 6-year-old and 12-year-old.
I'll just drop them off at the local pool.
Right.
I mean, do they have fake IDs? You know, to something.
Yeah, we can figure something. I mean, I've known her since we were in high school, so maybe she can slide.
Yeah. Hey, the kid had ID.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Ask for ID. The kid handed me ID. Said he's 21.
That would be odd. I think all of us would be like, hey, hang on. What is the child doing in here?
He has ID. I think he's drunk. He's slurring his words.
Right, cheap labor.
There you go. That's the best thing about kids, man. Good Lord. All the free labor.
That's the best thing.
That's the best thing, Mike, right there. I encourage everyone to have kids because they do crap you don't want to do anymore.
That's right.
All right, here's your question. Bananas are native to what 2 continents? Bananas, code 4011.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to say South America and Asia.
You're half right.
I'll say South America and Africa.
I thought it was South America. South America does not figure into this. Believe it or not, bananas are native to Asia, mostly Southeastern Asia and Northern Australia.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I seriously thought of South America, too. All right. How many kids does Uncle Buck take care of in the movie of the same name?
Oh, gee. 5?
Oh,
3.
3.
The 2 little ones and then the high schooler.
Mm-hmm.
He's dating that guy named Nat.
Nat?
Yeah.
The guy I miss being on the big screen is John Candy.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, your question. Back to food. What country grows the most avocados?
Mexico?
That is correct.
Yes, indeed.
That is correct.
From Mexico.
Oh, that's
Dave
right.
is
Yeah, I like that commercial.
Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Steve, are you sober or not sober?
I am not sober, Miles.
All right, Steve, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, men's room poll. Do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
Well, I'm going to have to bathe them because they're a total stranger.
All right, Caitlyn Jenner. I need answers.
There's only one question. All right. Speaking of which, your question, Steve. Hey, there's only one question anyone's going to have. Hey, when you reach down in the water.
You still doing the pole vault?
In archery, how many points are awarded for a bullseye?
10?
Wow. Damn.
Nice job, Steve. One and done.
Did you know that or did you guess?
I guessed.
Okay.
All right, so what is the blue ring is maybe 5 or
I don't know, man. I just assumed it was 50 like darts or something, but yeah, it's only 10.
I'll be damned.
All right, before we let you go, we have a 50-50 question for you. True or false? There has not been a male wild jaguar spotted in the entire U.S. since 1960s.
Well, they got to make little jaguars, so I'm going to say false.
Sorry. You are correct. Now, that said, there have been no females spotted in the wild. But to his point, they're obviously somewhere because they keep working it out.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola! Mike, are you on team sober or team not sober?
I am retired, team not sober.
Okay. Mike, what are you drinking?
A fine red wine.
Oh. Well, Mike, excuse me. All right, you're going to do
fine
one
red wine.
Not the
Because I
cheap
couldn't
stuff.
find the dang men's room.
I'll keep looking, man. It's definitely out there. And if not, go to KISW.com. We've got a list of what we have so far. So whatever town you're living in, hopefully you have a Safeway in the area or an Albertsons. Typically, they've got it.
Total Wine and More.
All right, you're going to do one with a total stranger there, Mike. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night?
I can control the cleanliness bathing.
Bathing. All right. John Malkovich.
Oh, John Malkovich. That would be an interesting bath. That's what the conversation. He'd let you know if you're doing it right. By the way, Ted, you're getting some grief on the text lines here.
About what?
Because you lied, okay?
Did I?
All right. You said that the high schooler in Uncle Buck was dating someone named Bat.
Nat.
Nat? It's Bug. Bug's the name. Spreading your falsities.
Like a gnat, I think is what
Like
he
a
did.
gnat.
Yep.
Yeah, I just remember that scene with the hatchet.
I'm just letting you know. People are not happy.
I was like, what did I say this time?
You can't go around spreading falsities.
Oh, they're calling for his head, man. They're calling for Ted's head now.
God, that was good.
I mean, I can't, but I'm not going to take lip from a guy that's drinking in the middle of the day.
I do.
It is
It's my
not
kind
the
of
middle
guy.
of the day.
That was Macaulay Culkin.
And
that
you're
movie, too.
retired. I know. I'm just giving you crap.
How long have you been retired?
About 7 years.
7 years. What do you do every day?
I have a awesome truck and camper. I go and fish some of the coolest places in the United States of America.
That's a cool hobby to have, man, being retired. Where's the nicest place you've been to fish?
Colorado, and I got lost somewhere in Wyoming, and I'm so glad I had a 4-wheel drive. And I got lost and ended up on this, I think it was the North Platte River, and it was absolutely amazing fishing.
I was going to say, what's the biggest fish you've caught?
That would be right here in the home state. I've caught some kings that are pretty big. I think I had a 32-pound king salmon.
Wow. Okay. Then he was mauled by a grizzly bear.
That's a lot of dinners.
Yes, and then I was mauled halfway by a grizzly bear.
Yeah. All right, Mike, here's your question. What organization helped defend planet Earth on the TV show Ultraman?
Oh. The Space Army.
Ooh, not the Space Army.
Is it the Japanese military?
No. This is the very cool sounding Science Patrol.
Ooh, Science Patrol.
I feel safe knowing that the Science Patrol is my
God,
bad.
that sounds like an after-school club.
It does. Oh, look at that.
Wow! It's a Big Dummy Audio Daily Double. Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Wow. All right, the Audio Daily Double. You're familiar with the band Van Halen. Hell, we play them right here on this fine station. And one of the songs that we play from that fine band would be Running with the Devil. All right. Song's been out since, 1978? We're going to ask you if you know what David Lee Roth is saying in this part of Running with the Devil.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Listen. It sounds a lot like me when I'm hammered
Turn it
trying
up
to
a little
explain
bit,
something. All right, so listen again. What is David Lee Roth saying under the chorus?
Ye damn it. If you're not listening, I'm going to only tell you one time, is what it sounded like to me.
You know what? That is about as close as you can get.
Oh, you're going to give it to him?
No.
What do you mean? God damn it, woman, I'm going to only tell you one more time.
God damn it, lady.
Oh, lady.
You know I ain't lying to you. I'm only going to tell you one time.
Okay.
It's all right there. Listen again. It's so easy to hear.
That is the first time
He sounds like every crackhead on 3rd Avenue. You know? So we're just outside smoking. There's a guy walking down the street mad at someone we don't know, but he basically sounded like that.
I'm trying to attack everybody walking down 5th. It's an interesting spot.
Then he almost got hit by
That's
a car.
why you don't visit Seattle anymore.
Man, just don't go to 3rd Avenue, brother. Good God. All right, here is your question. What kind of radiation turned Bruce Banner into the Hulk?
Oh, gamma.
Got it.
Gamma rays.
Yes, indeed.
Nice job.
Which I understand is like the most extreme form of, like, you would not turn into the Hulk, you would just basically vaporize.
Now you turn to the Hulk.
Or turn into the Hulk, yeah.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lewis. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola. Lewis, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Total stranger, you're going to do one with them. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night.
Did it all day. I'm probably going to bathe them first.
All right.
Spoon them later.
Okay, with Ron Perlman.
You better do it right, bud.
You need a pearl.
All right, here is your question. We've asked this question before, but what are the 4 C's used to evaluate diamonds?
4 C's.
Mm-hmm.
Clarity, carat,
Configuration. I don't know. I'll take a wild guess. Custom.
Well, definitely clarity and carrot, right?
You got clarity and carrot?
Okay, hold on for a minute. Cut.
Cut. All right, one more.
Well, there's 3 or 4.
There's 4. So you got carrot,
clarity, cut.
You got cut.
And then what does it look like?
Oh, I don't know, like the shape of it?
Color.
The color.
The color.
So carrot, cut, clarity,
Okay.
and color. And ladies, yes, when we buy engagement and wedding ring, that's exactly what we never look at the price. It's these 4 things that we care about. It wasn't like, hey, what do you have that's cheap but doesn't look cheap?
Well, and the jeweler's always right there to help you, determine the 4 C's there.
Even when I bought my wife's engagement ring, they started taking me down that road. Let's explain. I said, I'm stopped right there.
Right.
I don't care.
My favorite
I think
part
she's
is the
going to
cut.
like it.
Right.
That's it. I don't care about anything you're about to tell
I'm
me.
buying this for the cut.
Right. That's
Well,
why.
she and I would just pop into jewel shops from time to time,
Sure.
Ben Bridge and Shane Company. And
I
all
went
that,
Ben
just
Bridge,
to, just to kind of take a gander sales and stuff like that. And then she went, I like that one. I said, okay.
Done.
And then after a while, I just went in and said, she wants that one.
One. This one. Don't explain it to me.
Right.
Just give me the damn ring.
I took a photo of the serial number. Get this one, please.
Did you take a picture of the cereal?
You're damn right I did.
Man, you're good at that. I was kind of like, I don't know, man, but I think her finger's about that big. And I guess right. Seriously, it worked. I'm like, cool. All right, your question. In what year did Margaret Thatcher become the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom? George H.W. Bush won the presidential election, and the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit was released.
George H.W. Bush. 1987?
88.
88.
Oh, God.
So close. I know VD will know the answer to this one. Peter Lawford and Joey Bishop were 2 of the 6 members of what group of entertainers in the 1960s?
I'm a Bishop guy.
Are you?
Yeah. I used to go to a place
Can you
that
repeat that question again?
I can. Peter Lawford and Joey Bishop. They were 2 of the 6 members of what group of entertainers in the 1960s?
Beach Boys?
Rat Pack?
Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack.
Yeah, there used to be a bar down in Belltown that had a bar, then it had like these old school booths. So there were 6 of them. They were named after each member. And I'd always go in there and be like, let me get the Bishop booth.
I see.
Yeah.
You need to go to Palm Springs.
Is it all Rat Pack?
It's just there's just so much history with it. Like you're sitting in a bar where they said.
Okay.
And there's a picture on the wall of them sitting at the bar.
Who
In
was
bar that
the
you're
one
at.
who actually didn't drink?
Well, Dean Martin drank
I
a
think
lot of
it was
apple juice.
Dean
but
Martin.
I still think
I
he
mean,
had a cocktail.
Not that he didn't drink, but
it's
anytime
that
they...
he's known for being the drunk out of the crew.
Yeah.
But it's really Sinatra. And Dean was famous for having what was everybody thought was bourbon on stage. But
It's apple juice.
It's apple juice.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't even know that till a few years ago.
That's why he always stayed so cool and collected. Well, that guy can drink. It's like, yes, he can.
But I think part of his act
Yeah.
on stage was kind of being the drunk one.
And Frank's like, I ain't acting.
Yeah. Frank was
Kind of
just
like
hammered.
Bubbles. He's not blind.
All right, your question. Who was the first NFL head coach to win 3 Super Bowls? I believe they may have been the first to win 4 as well.
Back to back?
No.
No one's won 3 in a row.
Cowboys, Rams.
Oh, man. Man, I know this. It's
Vikings.
Pittsburgh Steelers, right? What?
Yeah, it is the
There you
Steelers.
go.
Oh, God.
The man who shot Kennedy hid behind him.
On a grassy one.
Yes.
I have no clue, guys.
Oh, man. It's gonna
Chuck
kill.
Noll.
Chuck Noll.
First one to lose 4. Chuck Knox.
All right, Lewis. What happens when you roll 3 consecutive doubles in a game of Monopoly?
Consecutive doubles in Monopoly. Man, I haven't played that game in a while. Go to jail?
Got it. See, I don't know if I know all the rules to Monopoly. That's one of those things when you're playing a board game, there's so many different rules that you either know or you don't.
Give up.
I mean, you seriously need to read underneath the box to figure
I mean,
it out.
you got all the basics, right? But if someone hit me with, you got to go to jail. For why?
Yeah.
He wrote the. I
Just
would
make
not
that-
believe
you
them.
make that up?
And then we would have to read the directions.
Last time I played was one of my cousin's sons.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize how into Monopoly he was. And there's a lot of roles I had forgotten. And he corrected me every time.
Every single one.
And then when he beat me, he made me, I said, you have more than I do. He goes, I don't care. You need to count it out.
Oh, damn.
Okay, then.
Hello, Andy. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores. Andy, sober, not sober?
Sober, driving, Midwest.
All right, Andy. Okay, our men's room poll. You're going to do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night?
Massage them.
Massage Randy Quaid.
You may have gotten the worst one today, man.
Yeah, all right. Well,
At some point, you'd brag about it, though. You know, I once gave a full body massage to Randy Quaid.
Would you? Would you brag about that?
You kind of have to. He's crazy. He's ugly. He's weird. And it's not something I'd want to keep to myself. I think you need to get that out of your system. All right. Here's your question. In the Pixar movie Cars, who was the original voice of the VW bus character?
Tommy Chong.
It's not a bad guess.
That question comes courtesy of Alex the Furry in California. That'd be George Carlin.
Oh, no.
George Carlin, all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Tommy Chong did play
What type of vehicle?
a yak in, I think, Zootopia.
Was he the yak?
He was the yak.
Okay, so I saw that movie with the kids. Not the worst movie ever. And I should have known who it was because the yak is constantly stoned. The hair's always in his eyes. Yeah, man, it's all good. Don't worry about nothing, man. All right, another question from Alex the Furry. What was the last Major League Baseball stadium to install lights for night games?
Ooh. Jeez.
There was a reason why they were always on during the day on television.
They notoriously play day games.
I want to say to this day, they play the least amount of night games. They play like the league minimum.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was your guess?
Fenway.
Not bad.
Not a bad
Wrigley.
guess. Wrigley Field.
Yeah. Well, again, like we always say, WGN was a superstation. But so many of us growing up, you fell in love with the Cubs too, is they played day games all the time.
Yeah.
Because they didn't. I don't think
during
they
the
had
summer,
lights in the
you know.
80s. Yeah.
You're home. They're on. Why not? And they always sucked. So as a kid, you're always rooting for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those lovable losers.
The lovable losers. All right. Your question. What is Biff's last name in the Back to the Future movies?
No. Jesus.
It's what a lot of girls are doing to get ready for summer.
That's a good hit.
Chief Biff. Oh, man, that's right in my wheelhouse, too.
I can tell.
Should be shaven.
I'll say Brazilian. Is it Biff Brazilian?
Yeah.
Biff shaven.
Yeah, Biff. Yeah, Biff Brazilian. Biff. I don't know.
Tannen. Biff Tannen.
Oh.
Biff Brazilian. All right, Andy, your question. What pigment makes plants green?
Jesus. It's not photosynthesis. Oh, you've done this one before. I don't even know.
Photosynthesis is a process, but what is the name of the pigment that makes them green?
No, pass. I don't even know what that is.
Chlorophyll. And when we asked this question before, the guy said chloroform. We're like, we're not kidnapping anyone.
Yes.
It is chlorophyll.
I only know the one with the rag.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't say it takes like 20 minutes or 10 minutes for that to actually work.
Doesn't.
Like in the movies.
Well, the movies,
you do it,
it's
you
quick,
instantly
yeah.
drop, right?
Ace Ventura did it to a guy that was running.
Yeah.
What's that?
Ace Ventura did it to a guy that was
Oh, yeah,
running.
that's right. Yeah.
It was an actual player, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, right, because they
One
were
of the
supposed to be
Dolphins.
checking the rings, yeah.
All right, your question. What U.S. city is on the shores of Lake Pontchartrain?
Ooh, good one.
Is it? I don't know. Lake Pontchartrain. Is that Minneapolis?
That's not a bad guess.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
That
That lake is massive.
It is a huge lake, and it's amazing because you rarely hear about it outside of New Orleans. Yeah. It is a big, big-ass lake. All right, what modern-day city is situated near Mount Vesuvius?
I know where Mount Vesuvius is.
Mount Vesuvius is what gave us Pompeii.
Right. So, modern day city.
It almost sounds like a body part.
Uranus. I don't know.
Naples.
Look at those big puffy Naples.
Naples.
Question 7, Andy.
Oh, geez.
All right, question number 7. In the Addams Family, what language does Morticia speak to excite Gomez?
French.
Gotta be. Oh, okay. One more? One more. All right, let's do one more.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, sober, not sober?
Sober, almost sober.
All right, Justin, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, you're going to do one with a total stranger. French kiss, bathe them, massage them, or spoon all night?
I've taken Molly before, so spoon.
Spoon. Okay.
Oh, I like that. He's going to dope up.
With Gaborni Sidibe.
Oh, Gabonde Sidibe?
Yeah, Gabonde Sidibe.
You know her as Precious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you got long arms, brother. All right. Here is your question. Who wrote the book Jurassic Park?
So, Steven Spielberg directed it, correct?
Yes.
Steven Spielberg, screw it.
What was that?
Steven Spielberg, screw it. I don't know.
Michael Crichton.
Yeah, I would have no clue.
All right, your question. What is the nickname of Indiana Jones' sidekick in the movie Temple of Doom?
Yeah. Short round?
Short round it is.
Short round.
Head Chef coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has the best foods to bring to every summer outing. And we got your emails coming up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for Seattle businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a Seattle business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy,
Celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Yeah, do what the big voice guy Malcolm was saying. Download the Odyssey app absolutely free. Create yourself an account. Sign in. If you listen to this program for an hour, if you're listening to this radio station for an hour, if you can't tolerate us, has a chance to win your share of $100,000 starting Monday. You must log in to be identified. They don't know who you are if you just listen to KISW without logging into the apps. That is the key. All right, let's see. Head Chef on the way with some of the best foods to bring to every summer outing. But first, time for a few emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
I'll jump into the birthdays. Boo, bitches. It's the day out of time. Manana starts the Mayan calendar. Yesterday it ended. If it hadn't ended in 2012, July 25th doesn't exist in our world.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So hopefully the captain can wish Sultan a happy 24th birthday, serial killer style. And Coach Ted can give some tips for living life in Ireland for the next few years. Thanks, guys. Sultan has been listening since his single digits. Rock on. That from Craig, Honey, and Sultan's mom.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. You know, it's odd that your name is Sultan. I once met the former Sultan of Brunei when I was making a drug run on the island of Borneo. Turns out that in addition to trafficking human body parts, he was also a huge fan of Trix cereal. After begging me to introduce him to the Trix rabbit, he threw us mascots a huge party at his place. That was actually the first time that I smoked peyote. I found out that my spirit animal was Tony the Tiger. Meanwhile, Tony the Tiger found out his spirit animal was Toucan Sam, whose spirit animal is some random gorilla named Gustav, who had unusually large areolas. Now, the second time I smoked peyote, I pooped my pants at a brothel in Cambodia. But that's another story for another day. Crunch berries.
All right, you're moving to Ireland. I don't know a ton about Ireland, but I do know this. You better get into hurling. It's the biggest sport in Ireland.
Is that the tree thing?
No. Think of like field hockey, small stick.
Oh, yeah.
Very tough sport, but trust me, people are into it. Also, you got to start watching some rugby. Get fired up every couple of years for the rugby for Six Nations. But you got to beat England. Other than that, I would say enjoy a full Irish breakfast, drink Guinness, and head down south a little bit. Hang out in, what's that, County Cork? County Mayo. That's where the Smiths are from.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Loyal listener for a long time. Big fan of the show. I'd like to wish myself my very own happy 25th birthday. A quarter of a century. Can I please get a bong rip, turtle sex, and the Dirty Germans talking about my extra long 100 to 500 millimeter camera lens. Very respectively from Brandon, the cameraman from Tacoma, who says he's a big fan of the Men's Room IPA.
Yes, the Brandon size matters.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the size of your camera lens. I'm sure that is exactly what you are talking about, but I would say maybe switch out that lens and put on the macro lens, and that way you can see exactly how much pubic lice I have.
Yeah, see, that's the funny thing is, you ever put one of those camera lenses in your mouth? Because so now, in Germany, we refer to penises as camera lenses.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's growing. It's ready to focus.
Patel's been listening for years, so it's time for a birthday request. I'm 41 years old, hoping to get a birthday fart montage, a fish sandwich, and the dirty Germans telling my wife to put my wheelchair to work tonight. Love the show and keep on rocking. That from the Cripple Jeremy in Port Orchard.
Two Oregon fish sandwich.
Yeah, Jeremy, I hope you know that me and your wife have already made plans for what to do with you in the wheelchair. She's going to push you into the water, and we're going to live happily ever after.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I noticed this guy. Should be careful. It's actually a big athlete. Yeah, I see you make your chair spin into a tight circle. Make her spin in the opposite way. Yeah, he's a baller, man. Yeah. Playing different sports and everything.
I'll tell you what, one of the most disturbing things that I've seen, and I have no explanation for this, it goes back to Ireland. I was there for maybe 8 hours, right? Long-ass layover, but what is the river there? I don't remember, but when you're in downtown Dublin, there's this bridge that connects one side of downtown to the other. My buddy kind of nudges me, just points into the river, and like it was still in the water, but on the shoreline was a tipped-over wheelchair. Ooh. It just, nothing good goes through your head. I'm like, where is the person? All right, guys, here you go.
Maybe they just said, screw it, I'm going swimming.
Yeah, could be. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Thank you, Bob. A couple extra emails here. What useless thing did I memorize? The useless thing I've memorized is movie dialogue from certain movies. I can almost recite the original Ghostbusters movie from 1984 almost perfectly in its entirety. Drives my wife crazy when I put it on. I can also recite certain dialogue from the Back to the Future trilogy, the Lord of the Rings, Hobbit movies. I get bored easy, not sorry. This would have helped me in school if I could have just learned books instead of movies. Stay beautiful. That from Rainier in Port Orchard. Subject is Tahiti. We're talking about the Olympics, and now surfing is going to go down in Tahiti.
Right, and they're staying on a cruise ship. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I was positive if those waves were hitting the shore, or if it's just those swells out in the middle.
Oh, right. Guys, the reason the Olympic athletes are on a cruise ship is because there is nothing in Tahiti. There are only a couple relatively small luxury resorts, virtually no other accommodations. I was there in May. It's really small and undeveloped. The nature is stunning, but that's about it. That from the meter reader from Monroe.
Boring-ass nature.
I'm talking about your kids getting braces, Steve.
Yes.
Gentlemen, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I wanted to share what counts as cosmetic for braces.
Oh, no.
My teeth were growing in 2 rows. I had 14 baby teeth pulled, and my jaw was so effed up that I wouldn't have been able to chew food without braces, making those things straight. For Mike, imagine Gollum from Lord of the Rings. All right. Anyway, that 5.5 years of braces was, quote, cosmetic, and it cost the better part of $10,000. That was 19 years ago. Imagine your kid will be way cheaper if he needs them, but those insurance asses will call anything cosmetic they can.
The insurance companies suck, straight up. The whole thing's a scam. But someone did say, and I don't know if this is true or not, they said, look, when adults get braces, it automatically becomes cosmetic. All right. But apparently, if you're 17 or younger, at least you can put the argument that it's not cosmetic.
Yeah, and like, look, to that guy's credit, like, he's not being the bearer of bad news. That's what we were saying. Like,
insurance.
Obviously, it's a real medical condition, but it's amazing what they'll pass off. Like, that's cosmetic.
Yes. I mean, because that's different. He did not go there asking for braces. A licensed medical practitioner said that this is what you need.
Subject is quitting smoking. Bachola's Miles. I sent an email about this before, but listening to your show on the Odyssey app, I heard you talking about how hard it is to quit. I was in the same boat. Smoked for 40-plus years on and off. Quit many times with substitutes and cold turkey for various amounts of time. 4 years ago, I tried a book I had heard about called Quit Smoking the Easy Way by Ellen Carr. No S, read the book, 150 pages. When I finished the book, I quit smoking. It was the easiest thing I've ever done. Give it a try, and I promise that as silly as it sounds, it really works. Stay awesome. Guys, that from Tony.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef is in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. It is summertime, and obviously here in the Pacific Northwest, we know we only get about, 2.5 months of summer. So everything's got to happen. There's a lot of outings every weekend. Who knows if you're going to a concert, a baseball game, soccer game, maybe a food festival. I'm trying to name all the stuff. Maybe you're taking a trip to Bremerton to hang out with your favorite radio show at the 884 or Pub 884 from 2 to 4. It's a lot of numbers, Mike.
A lot of 4s, a lot of 8s.
Now, luckily, the food at the Pub 884 is delicious. So you don't need to bring a snack. Actually, I don't think you can. Unless it's some type of baked edible.
We have men's room beer brats for the people.
Yeah.
We have San Juan salsa.
And I'll tell you what, the pizza she said she's going to make me sounds pretty damn good.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. So the first outing, to the beach or the pool? What do you guys think they suggest?
For the beach or the pool? I'm guessing more sandwichy type stuff and chips.
All right. They said fresh cut fruit is perfect for the pool or beach.
Okay.
Because it tastes nice and cold. It also helps replenish lost sugars and hydration.
That's a good call. My wife, almost every other Friday, she's been dragging, almost cuss, an S-ton of kids down to Magnuson Park, right? She's kind of in control of all that, but usually she'll have to cut up vegetables, which I always think is ridiculous, but kids eat them. Cut up fruit, which essentially, even though it's for the kids, my son will demolish all of that. But last time that I went with her, she also made a bunch of, like, turkey and cheese sandwiches. It is amazing.
That comes up on other lists. You know what? Your wife would actually do this because she's into, like, making stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of the Snackle Box?
No.
All right. You've been fishing, right?
Sure.
So you know what a tackle box looks like.
Correct.
Right. Generally, you open, depending. Some have 3 shelves, some have 1, but they have different little boxes and containers for your lures and hooks and everything. So basically, what people are doing now, especially if you're going to the beach, is they call it the Snackle Box. So they'll have a place where you put salami in there, some pepperoni, some nuts, some chips. You might have a whole sleeve of like Oreos in there. But the idea is you could just walk it around. You could probably put a couple ice packs at the bottom.
Yeah.
But right, and then when you get there, it's like, hey, let's go. Let's have a snack.
You know, it's kind of weird because you're right. That's a fantastic idea. It would be great for my wife, but I have to have her buy it for herself because if I were to get it for her as a gift, basically what I'm saying is keep taking the kids.
Summertime that excites me is the pinwheels, the turkey pinwheels from Costco. I don't think you can never go wrong with those. And big, just cut up pieces of watermelon.
At Miles, I'm with you. Like, first of all, watermelon is best in the summer because that's when it's in season.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. Even if you're at the beach, like the watermelon tastes better. You know what I mean? I think watermelon somehow tastes better on the 4th of July. I don't know why. Celebrating freedom.
Yeah.
Like, let's get some watermelon.
You are free to eat watermelon.
That's basically what the war was about.
That's what it boils down to.
I don't know. You guys, everybody in here, I think, except Mike. Well, Mike's been to Scotland, so he would know this too. But over at any of the countries that make up Britain, watermelon not allowed.
Yeah. They won't do it.
Yep. All right, let's say you're going to an MLB ballpark. Now, a lot of people don't know this. You could bring food into several MLB stadiums. You obviously would want to check and everything. So you could get, that's why they're always saying, hey, cheaper on the outside, right? Bags of peanuts, this or that. Salty, they recommend salty snacks like Chex Mix or small pre-made sandwiches. There you go, Miles. There goes your turkey pinwheels.
Those are great.
Yeah, I have one uncle to this day. He refuses. He takes a goddamn peanut butter and jelly sandwich to every game he goes to. And he's got to break it out, and it's like, everybody's like, Uncle Tim, we'll buy you a hot dog. Nope. Going to eat my sandwich.
Okay. He knows what he wants.
Yeah. All right, now let's see. What if you're going to an outdoor concert? Again, this will depend on the venue if you can bring stuff in.
You can always eat in the parking lot, too.
You could. You could tailgate it a little bit. Yeah. So for here, they're going pretty simple. Low-maintenance food, like a hoagie or a wrap. Obviously, I mean, look, I've done this before, right? I love tailgating. But sometimes you're in a hurry or you're going to a show. You don't have time to tailgate. Whatever, man. I mean, you could literally stop at any grocery store. They'll have pre-made sandwiches, wraps,
absolutely,
even little pinwheels. You could stop at almost any gas station now or 7-Eleven. Like, look, I'll be dead honest. 7-Eleven, their sandwiches. When I was coming up, awful. Nowadays, I'm like, these aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Really?
And go to a grocery
they're
store.
good.
Go to a grocery store and order at the deli any sandwich you want if they don't have it. Some of the best sandwiches in the world are at the grocery store deli.
I agree.
Yeah. I do wish we had more like real Italian delis out here.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So
That's a different experience, man.
It is. And there's something nice about standing there and being like, I want this.
But when you go to the deli, you can say, I want that meat thin as you can possibly do it.
And they may or may not
And that's
listen.
one of the keys to, other than a good roll, a good sandwich, I think.
Yeah. I was at the deli counter the other night, and I was like, I want a turkey sliced thin, like it's been on Ozempic thin.
Ozempic thin, dog.
Skinny turkey.
Yeah. They asked me to leave, Mike. Get out of here, you sicko. All right. A picnic. I know. I just say that because it's like, if you don't know what to bring on a picnic, what are you, dumb? I mean, that's the whole point of the picnic.
Exactly.
12-pack of beer.
Sandwiches, charcuterie, champagne.
Right. Everyone, you pack your own basket. But I like this one. They said, hey, you know what else? You could just go get takeout sandwiches.
Yep.
Takeout sandwiches, or I like this one, bucket of fried chicken.
Ooh.
Yeah, why not? Also, what's up,
What's wrong
Mike?
with that, man?
I need running water to be able to wash my doggone hands after I'm done.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't take a wet nap, get the job done?
It's too much now.
What is the famous saying? It's finger licking good.
I'm aware of that.
Clean
but
your
then,
own
Then
fingers,
I got
Mike.
finger licked greasy hands.
Yeah, Miles just brought up a good point. Like, you ever heard of a wet nap, bro?
I have, dude, but the grime's still there.
I don't know, man. I hate picnics. Not a big picnic guy.
I'm not.
Don't
a
like
picnic
ants?
guy,
But if somebody said, hey, if she goes, we're going to go on a picnic, I'm like, and it's new in the relationship. Yep, I would love to.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm bringing a bucket of chicken. I'm like,
Just bring the butt wipes. Bring a package of those. You're not flushing them.
honestly, listen, I keep a pack of those in my car. I think everybody should.
it's a good call.
You never know, man. You never know.
Especially if you're going to drop one on the side of the road.
Yeah. You got to keep
It's for
that
fried chicken and road pooping.
stuff. Yeah.
You do both at the same time.
I would also say some of the suggestions they have are just good all year round. It doesn't have to be just summertime.
Yeah.
Also, man, I did this down in Oregon like a month ago. If you actually drive around, like get outside the city, you would be surprised how many state parks, already have a built-in grill. Obviously, in the summertime, if it's a weekend, you're gonna want to reserve one.
Sure. Yep.
But when you have these easy stuff like this, I mean, you could just drive to a state park. Stop at Subway. Stop at Jimmy John's. Grab some sandwiches. They have picnic tables.
Jersey Mike's.
You'd be
been our
surprised
go-to.
how many hotels. I mean, even if you're spending the night in a hotel and you want to go outside and grill hot dogs, they've got a grill. There's a number of hotels that have that, too. Especially if they're located near the beach or whatever.
Yeah, I would just think, to me, sometimes I think my aggravation with the picnic or some of these outings is like, I don't want to sit in the grass for 3 or 4 hours. But also, you don't have to. Let's just say, my buddy, we literally drove to a state park. We sat there. We ate some sandwiches. It was like, all right, saw the nature.
And now we're done.
Yeah. That was a family, one of the hotels I stayed at near a lake, and they grilled every night. And I was on the second floor, and I was right beside the grill. And I was just like, I should be grilling out right now. I don't want to order a pizza. This is just...
Damn it.
Yeah, and you could just smell it in the hallway. You could smell it in the elevator. I was like, that's such a good idea.
Did you attempt to walk by and make friends with the dad?
I was out there smoking, I was just watching him.
Yeah, I'd have done the Ted move.
Work
Wow, dude, that smells great. You guys are making this yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would try to engage with the dad.
Can I get a rib?
Yeah, and I just be like, you can grill out here. You guys been grilling out here every night? Yeah, wow, looks good.
Just even the smell of charcoal. I don't even care before you put the meat on the
Doesn't mean
grill.
something good's about
right,
that.
Yeah, it's just like,
I was telling Mike just last week, I said there is few things in my life that get me as excited as sitting on asphalt at a tailgate. You could smell the grills lighting up. You hear that drum line off in the distance. So I'm with you, man. The smell of a grill, gets a man fired up.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Coming up, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for Seattle businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a Seattle business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's here to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 15% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
On July 24th through the 28th, it's buy two, get one free on Country Companion Feed. Buy three, get one free on Sunglow Show Feed. And buy three, get one free on large bags of Purina Feed.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
Get more feed for less this week at your local Coastal.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, Takona, we'll drink a toast for the shot of the day. We do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Holick and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. Southwest Airlines is getting rid of open seating. It's going away. It's done.
Well, you know what? I'd be more inclined to fly with them now.
You didn't like that about it?
No, I couldn't figure out the system. I'm too stupid.
My thing is just, people are already tense and weird at airports and on airplanes.
Sure.
So I just felt like the idea, for me personally, the idea of open seating, like I'm not dealing with these clowns. I'm not doing it.
I mean, if you just, the thing is, there is a system for it. You just have to line up beforehand.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you just
But
need,
some
you
people
need
like-
to find the right grouping.
But there's people who know all the tricks. Like they get in the front of the line first.
Yeah.
And Southwest got all these backdoor ways of doing it.
Pretty much.
And the regular flyers know all these things. But if you're just Joe Schmo and you get a ticket, you don't know any of that.
Right.
crap.
Basically, if you're not one of the first 30 people on board or 60 people on board, you're getting a middle seat.
Yeah.
Which
It's not the worst thing in the world. Not my
Right.
choice, but
exactly. If you're flying with your family, that's when it starts to suck. Because then you got to really make sure that you get into those backdoor channels to where
right.
you can get everybody to get, or you just, oh no, we can't do it.
Have to sit there.
I know.
I live with them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
And at the
it's
same
fine.
time, you're all going to get on your devices anyway.
Exactly. Once we sit down, I don't exist to you anymore.
Right. And I don't care if that's adult or child. Like,
yeah, instantly.
The thing I do is I pull out my iPad, my tablet rather, plug in, and I don't see you for the rest of the flight.
That's it. That's purely it, man.
Except for when I say, hey, could you grab me a drink off the cart real quick?
Now, does this mean they'll do business class and they'll do first class? Will they change that aspect of their flights?
I don't think so. I don't think their planes are built for it.
Okay.
Yeah. They're retrofitted to not do that. So,
Yeah. Look, I will always be hanging out in a restaurant or bar, so I never got the good seats I wanted.
Yeah.
But I remember once getting on a flight, Southwest. I mean, I'm not small, but these two dudes on the they were massive.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of squeeze in the middle, and they're like, sorry. I'm like, no sweat. But this week before...
lots of sweat.
Yeah. But like either way, but they had like a tablet. They had it all set up. They wanted to watch football. And they were like, do you... I was like, yes, you could use my tray. And then they had been on so many different flights. They're like, we have all these vouchers. We're done drinking. So
All right.
I mean, I could barely move, but I sip free beers and watch football.
I'll take that trade any day.
Yeah, right? That's also... You guys are great.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Dermatologists warn that blue light from your screen can also damage your skin.
Is there any good thing about blue light?
No.
Can they do anything about the blue light?
No. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
you
sure
always
they
hear
will.
about it.
I'm sure it's one of those things where 60 years down the line, they'll be like, oh my God, they were just irradiating themselves with blue light back in the day.
Dude, I'm convinced we irradiate ourselves with something.
What are
every
you
day.
from the 20s?
Yeah.
Actually, my son, he has a pair of blue blocker glasses.
Yep.
Oh, the old school blue blockers?
Yeah, I mean, just
Nice.
looks like a regular pair of glasses. He does not need glasses, but, he's playing his video games and all that crap. So my wife's like, no, you're going to wear these.
They
And he's
recommend
pretty
it
good
for
about
everybody.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when Taryn Daly first started really kind of committing to being at a computer because she was getting more and more stuff around here. That was one of her things, like, I got to get these blue light glasses. Oh, they're killing me. Butterflies collect an electric charge as they fly, much like we do with like a static electricity if we're walking around with socks on, right? But it helps them collect pollen from flowers without even touching them.
Oh, just all the static and everything?
Exactly.
Okay.
Just basically sucks the pollen up to them.
Huh. Lazy-ass butterflies.
So is there a chance a butterfly could zap me?
You know what? I think so. I don't know if they can collect enough to where you'd feel it.
All right.
But, I mean, if they're collecting static electricity just like everybody else is, I think you're more likely to zap the butterfly.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I mean, I can't see why not.
I'm going to start touching butterflies, see what happens.
Oh, serial butterfly toucher.
I can't help it, man.
This butterfly's been touched.
Oh, yeah.
They're going down. I know that you guys have been celebrating, but I neglected to mention that we are almost done with Cell Phone Courtesy Month. I hope that you've all been courteous with your cell phones.
Yes.
I guess I've been nice to it.
And just in case you haven't been, we have all the etiquette.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
10 rules of smartphone etiquette.
Yeah.
Look, I know this is immature, but I'll be damned if there aren't moments where I have zero desire to talk with anyone on the phone. So what do? I let a few seconds of silence go after they finish their hot take, then say, hello? You there? Where'd you go? Wait a few seconds. And then when they start to respond, I keep talking over them, saying, I'm not sure what's happening. I have full bars. If you can hear me, I'm going to hang up and try you back. And guess what I do then? I don't call them back. Leave me alone.
You heathen.
That's a good move. Solid move.
Right.
I've done that once. Right. Click. Seriously, I couldn't take it.
I've done it before.
I can believe that. Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let me call you back.
Also, I've had people that have called me, and I don't think it's on this list here, but it's one thing that we lost when it came with the cell phone. I saw somebody that said this, and I thought it was profound. That with the cell phone, we kind of lost the ability to not be available. You know, when you called somebody's house phone, you were at your landline calling their landline, and if they didn't pick up, well, they were out to the store, And
if they were home, they were going to pick up because no one likes the sound of the phone ringing over and over.
Correct.
Just pick up the phone. But you also weren't judging. You literally just said,
oh, they're just not home.
Hello? Right? That was it. Now with the cell phone, honestly, if I don't recognize the number, I don't pick it up.
Exactly.
And with the landline, you never knew who was calling.
It is weird because sometimes I almost feel compelled to text somebody like, in a meeting or something. It's like, why? I can just not answer.
Yep.
Right. I'm not available. Hence, I'm not answering the doggone phone.
Yeah, I had a buddy do it to me last night. He's like, hey, man, sorry. I was like, no worries.
You can have a life.
I can call you another day.
Exactly. I'm good.
Yeah, I was just calling to chit-chat.
And also, there are some people that when they call, I know that they're just calling to call. Mm-hmm. There's other... When they call, I answer the phone because I know that something's gone wrong. Like if Ryan Castle, as much as I like the guy,
he's calling you.
Right, he's not calling to just tell me and, yuck it up and hey, how you doing? Something's gone awry, or I need to answer a question.
But see, that's when you don't pick it up.
That's right.
Like it's the boss. Hey, man.
That's when I know I've done something
I don't
wrong.
feel like anything good He's on the other end of this call. So go ahead and not grab that call.
Like what we talked about the
Yeah, my power move. If I answer it, I'm fired.
That's
so
right.
I'm simply not going to answer the phone.
My bad. So these are 10 rules of smartphone etiquette. Basically, these are 10 things to not do, but looking at your phone at a wedding or a funeral.
Yes. It's difficult if there's a sporting event. People that get married on a Sunday during football season piss me off just because it's like, look, well, just pick another day. And also, like, every dude here is a football fan. Everyone's going to look down at the phone, and we don't want to distract you from the wedding, and we're not trying to be bad guests, but, like,
well,
if the Ravens are on, I'm sorry, man.
And the only part of the wedding that anybody would care about is just for the people that are there at the altar and their grandmothers.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
the reception is one thing. Because reception, people cut loose a little bit.
Right.
Now the phone can come out, everyone gathers around. My friend Amy got married in Baltimore. I don't remember how many years ago it was, but she got married on a Sunday during football season. I flew 3,000 miles, and I told her, I said, look, I bought tickets to watch the Ravens play the Packers. Packers won, by the way.
Nice.
I'm going to the game. She goes, look, that's fine. If you're late for my wedding, I will kill you. I said, this is understood. And I got back, got changed and all that with about 3 minutes to spare, okay?
Nice.
But when I walked into this room, there had to be, come on, this is in Baltimore, the Ravens played. All of these people came up to me to know about the game.
Because they didn't
Before the wedding, they were like, I heard you went to the game. I'm like, yeah, but I got here in time. They're like, no, we don't care about that. What happened in the game? What about this play?
Right.
So, and she was like, Jesus Christ. Listen, I told you.
You're the one I wanted to compete against.
I mean, Bernie got married. It was a Saturday in the fall, and then Maryland was playing Florida State. So after the wedding, when we got to the reception place, there was like a little room where him and me and the other groomsmen, we sat in there and basically delayed the reception because it was like a good game. We're like, we got to finish it out.
Man.
Nice.
I would also say, truthfully, when we had my dad's viewing, right? Like, the funeral home's super nice. Is there anything you can do? And my brother looks at the guy, because there's like a separate room you can kind of chill out in. And my brother's like, can you put on the game? And he's like, you guys serious? We're like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we're serious.
One more tangent that's kind of along with this. My old man tells a story when he was at an auction the night of the Edgar Double. A lot of people here in Seattle know about it, right? The really, really big hit. That night, he's at an auction, and everybody's crowded around the bar watching the TV screens, but they need to get everybody inside so they can get the auction going. Big donor goes up to him and says, I will give you $15,000 if you delay this thing so that we can watch the end of this game. Nice. Wow. That's how he knows where he was at the Edgar Double. Anyway, so this is cell phone etiquette, things not to do. Using the devices in the bathroom. Taking a phone call while using the toilet sounds echoey and it's grim, says the guy that wrote this thing.
Well, people typically know.
But they can tell if you're in a bath. There was a guy, he's no longer with us, Tom Welch, and he used to work with us back in Baltimore. He was this massive dude, like 400 pounds, boobs on his back, the whole nine. And I walk into the bathroom, and he's sitting in a stall, and I can hear him pooping, right? I mean, turns out he's talking to his sister on the phone about dinner. And I always remember him saying, yeah, just pull the pot roast out of the freezer. And I'm thinking to myself, I am never going to eat again, man.
Scrolling while watching TV. I've caught myself doing it from time to time.
Almost everyone I know does that.
That's tough to do.
Because you hit a boring spot in the show, and then for whatever
Commercial
reason,
breaks.
yeah, and you just start looking at your phone. It's like, what am I doing? Watch the show.
Or
I never do.
Sometimes-
But again, I'm not a big phone guy. My wife, absolutely scrolling while we're watching TV. I'm absolutely not.
Yeah, sometimes, right, if it's a sports show, like I'll start in the commercial breaks, I'll start looking up stats.
Sure.
So like
That's different.
right, or I don't know, I was watching a show on the Hell's Angels, so then I found in the commercial break, I was like, what are the most active MCs in Washington State? And then like I realized like the show was back and I'm still reading about Washington State.
But at least it's
Banditas.
connected.
Yeah. But like now I try to be careful sometimes too, to just put my phone to the side so I don't look at it.
Staring at a screen while walking.
That's pretty
that's
dangerous.
God.
Yep. This guy says it's never the young people, too. It's always the fully grown adults.
Always. I mean, and it's got to be 50% of the people I see outside when we smoke, that's exactly what they're doing.
Right.
Everybody.
Man, I was walking my dog earlier this week, and there's this old woman who's standing in the middle of the doggone sidewalk, taking up, oddly, a lot of room for just being a small old woman in the middle of the sidewalk. But I went out and around, like I'm walking on somebody's lawn to get out and around her with my dog. Zero acknowledgement. None.
So locked.
Like, really, dude? 10 rules of smartphone etiquette. Checking your phone during a meal.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Because we teach table settings. No one's created a space yet for the phone or the tablet. There's just no place for it at the table.
Just eat.
Right.
Yeah, again, if you're sitting at the bar, cool.
Sure.
Or if it's just, Mike, if me and you are sitting at a table, I don't care that your phone's out. But I do think if you're sitting down eating dinner with people.
An intentional dinner.
Yeah.
Right. And the bar already lends itself to that. That's why there's TV screens behind it. They know that you're not going to sit there and just get lost in conversation with each other necessarily.
Right.
You can drift off and watch the TV. But if you're at a dinner, put the phone away.
Yeah.
Leave it in the other room. Get it away from yourself. You'll be amazed at how much that does.
Mm-hmm. Unless, of course, you got to text the other girl.
Yeah, that's right. 10 rules of smartphone etiquette. Anybody ever encounter that guy who takes a call in public transit?
Yes.
Yes, it's awful.
It is horrible. Horrible.
I'll be honest with you, even if you're using Bluetooth, like, dude, you're still just on the bus talking or on the light rail. Like,
you notice that they're also the loudest people that don't quite grasp that the phone is a microphone that picks up all the audio?
There's a woman like that yesterday.
Oh, goodness.
We thought she was yelling toward us, and we realized she's on the phone. And I said exactly that to Miles. I go, it's a microphone. Although I will say, every once in a while, you overhear a conversation on the bus, a phone conversation that you appreciate. That is when I learned, I didn't quite learn. I'm still not 100% what your gilly is, but I just heard the guy in the back of the bus. He's talking on the phone to a buddy. You ever have a girl put her tongue in your gilly? And I just remember thinking, I think I know what the gilly is, but I don't know. I'm not going to ask him. But yeah, he was going on and on and on.
Waking up and turning to your phone before your partner. And we'll say on the male side of things, that's how you get in the doghouse early in the day.
Well, you wake up and you look at your phone?
Before you acknowledge them.
Oh, well, they're asleep.
They should be. I know.
I mean, I hope.
Yeah.
Why
are
you awake?
The rule in my household is if you're going to be on your phone, you have to leave the bed, go out on the couch.
Oh,
because it wakes the fur babies, and then they start pacing around. Then it wakes her up, and then she's not happy.
How many times did she have to say that to you before you?
She's still saying it to
me. Yeah,
I don't learn very quickly, but sometimes she's going to get up soon. I'll just stroll on my phone. I mean,
I did get in trouble once. Somebody's like, "Are you looking at your phone?" Yes. What are you doing? I was like, "Oh, I'm watching Arsenal." I just didn't feel like going out to the living room.
Right. Damn. That big long walk to the living room.
Well, yeah.
It's comfy on the bed.
Right, like she's still in there. So I was like, I just rolled to the other side.
I'm not moving at all, right? I'm just sitting there looking at it. And then the number one rule of smartphone etiquette, and I am going to put it here at the top. How's that drum roll feeling over there, Steve? There it is. I'm going to put it at the top because I don't know who the hell's doing this. Using your phone during sex. There is one application.
What?
One application of using your phone during sex.
You're videotaping yourself.
2 applications for using your phone during sex.
What was your original one then?
Listening to music.
Bingo. Putting on a tune.
Okay, fine, whatever you want.
Putting the tunes on, man. Other than that, put your doggone phone away.
Hang
on, baby. I'm going to check out TikToks. Or if she's on her phone, you're really not doing a good job.
You're not crushing it.
That's right.
Are you done yet?
I'm ordering DoorDash.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Double cheeseburger.
Extra barbecue sauce. 4 men in L.A. were busted for a string of armed robberies, but how they were caught is going to hurt your brain, Miles.
How were they caught?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. Have we made it to drinking time?
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for Seattle businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. That's where an agent who is a realtor comes in to navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. Because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Today's shot was brought to my attention by listener Trung Lee, who forwarded me this earlier. Today we toast the folks at Tiggy Winkle's Wildlife Hospital in Buckinghamshire, England. Yes, Tiggy Winkle's Wildlife Hospital. Now, they were presented with an exotic orange bird that someone found on the side of a highway. It was struggling to fly. No one could figure out why. The bigger mystery was, what type of bird was this? Again, fairly large, bright orange, looked tropical, but obviously that is not the norm in England. However, these people, they work with animals, so it didn't take them long to identify it. Turns out it was a seagull covered in curry. And oddly enough, this is not the first time that the folks at Tiggy Winkle's have dealt with this. Back in 2016, they rescued a seagull that had fallen into a vat of tiki masala. So apparently, that's just what's happening in England. But yes, people
love Indian food.
Yeah, they showed a picture of the bird. It does look like some crazy bird you've never heard of. And finally, they're like, dude, this is a seagull covered in curry. And the reason it couldn't fly, the curry was actually weighing down its feathers.
Yep. Can you eat seagull?
They believe that it dive bombed. They don't think someone was coating it.
No. I'm just saying he's already coated. Could we cook him up?
You could, right?
I didn't know they show up already marinated.
Yeah, perfect.
There's a guy in Jersey, not a fan of seagulls stealing French fries, that's for sure.
Good Lord, yeah. All right, so let's drink. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola bichola!
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
A short can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hello.
Hola. All right, Jennifer, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic, and I love your strange answer.
Blue.
All right, today you have your choice of one of three stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me, in other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
Interior decorating.
All right.
Fire truck.
All right, Jennifer, here is your story. We go to Russia, where a man who had experienced pain and discomfort under his ribs for the last 9 years was shocked to discover that he had had something embedded in his liver. A 53-year-old unnamed man told doctors that he had long experienced sharp pain and discomfort on the right side of his body, under his ribs, but he never bothered getting it checked out. And Jennifer, I'll tell you why, because it wasn't his penis, and that's how guys roll. But finally, he decided to seek medical help for his problem, underwent a CAT scan, which revealed a sharp object stuck in the right lobe of his liver. When doctors asked what the object might be, the patient told them he had no idea, as he had no history of trauma, nor could he remember any incident where a sharp object could have entered his body. But after operating on the man, surgeons did in fact remove something from his liver. Quote, during the operation, it was discovered that the foreign object was covered in a capsule of connective tissue. That's how the body responds to the intrusion of a foreign object into tissues. It develops a septic inflammation, and the capsule forms around the foreign object, separating it from the healthy tissue. So your body's trying to do you solid. Now, apparently, the man, he was very lucky to have lived with the foreign object embedded in his liver for over 9 years, as it could have easily caused some kind of inflammation and some kind of abscess, which would have required emergency surgery. Anyway, they managed to do a successful operation and remove the object. The question is, what was embedded in his liver for 9 years? Was it a glass shard? Was it a piece of bone? Was it a toothpick? Or was it a tooth? So glass shard, piece of bone, toothpick, or tooth?
I'm going to have to go with a toothpick.
Old toothpick for Jen. If they found one on my liver, I would not be
Glass
surprised.
shard, piece of bone, toothpick, or
a tooth.
I'm going to go tooth.
Toothus.
I think it's a small bone.
Small bone. Okay. What was in this guy's liver? Was it a glass shard, a piece of bone, a toothpick, or a tooth? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
Listen as Selenia tells us why she chose to vaccinate her daughter.
I definitely felt like the pros far outweighed the cons. The diseases that I am protecting my child against, they're still here. And at the end of the day, it's my job as a mother to keep my child safe.
Talk to your child's doctor and learn more at yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Is your child struggling with a specific subject or need help with homework? Are they asking questions that you're not sure you can fully answer? IXL Learning is an online learning program for kids. It covers math, language arts, science, and social studies. IXL is designed. This program will improve your kids' grades. Studies done in almost every state in the country. The kids who had IXL are consistently doing better. Powered by advanced algorithms, IXL gives the right help to each kid no matter the age or personality. And it doesn't have to eat up all your time. One subscription gets you everything for all the kids in your home, pre-K to 12th grade. So don't miss out. 1 in 4 students in the U.S. are learning with IXL. IXL is used in 95 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/audio. Visit IXL.com/audio to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Categories: interior decorating on Profilers. We had a guy who had something embedded, believe it or not, in his liver. And had been there for at least 9 years. Lucky guy didn't die. Doctors were able to remove the object. Question is, was it a glass shard, a piece of bone, a toothpick, or a tooth?
Jennifer, that is the question that we posed to you. Let us start with the Ted Smith.
Oh.
You went with the piece of bone, which seems logical, however, it's not a piece of bone. Miles Montgomery, he went for the tooth. And that leaves you, Jennifer. You picked the toothpick.
No.
Believe it or not, glass shard.
Glass shard. I wonder if it entered his body and he didn't know it? Or?
He had to, but even when they asked him, how did it get there? He's like, dude, I have no idea.
Wow.
Okay. No idea at all. Yeah, glass shard.
Maybe he picked up a bottle the wrong way.
Really wrong.
Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Did anybody in here watch The Facts of Life?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You probably remember a lot of the characters on there. So back in 2021, they did a Facts of Life episode like a reunion thing called Live Before a Studio Audience, right? Then this was also kind of the thing, like during the pandemic.
Right,
They do some of these table reads. So like Jennifer Aniston was part of it, Kevin Hart, Jon Stewart, Kathleen Hahn, Gabrielle Union. So anyhow, the show was so popular that like the late Norman Lear, he got a bunch of feedback on it, and he was like, maybe we get the cast back together, kind of like a Fuller House, and we reboot this son of a bitch.
All right.
That was not his quote.
You sure?
I'm positive. So Mindy Cohn, a.k.a. Natalie, she said there was Zoom meetings about it, a writer was hired, and then basically one person wanted a lot of money. You know what? I'll let her say it, but I'm glad, like, you could hear it in her voice. She is annoyed.
There was drama. It wasn't me. I'll put it that way. One of the girls went behind our backs and tried to make a separate deal for a spinoff just for herself and devastated the rest of us. For a 40-year friendship and sisterhood, there was a tidal wave of emotion around it. I'll say it. Greedy bitch. It's dead. It's very dead. We were united for 40 years, and this kind of wrecked that, which is sad.
Honestly, she's like, look, just greedy bitch.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Clearly annoyed at that point. Who do you think it was?
I don't know, and they kind of, like, to her credit, she never says who it is, but I also like this article. It's like, you can look at her social media. Like, apparently, all those women hung out all the time.
Okay.
And then after this, they're like, you can do the math.
There's
one
one
of
down.
them's just not there.
All right.
And also, like, that's just tough, man.
What was the character's name?
I mean, she's not saying. I mean, that's the thing.
Well, who do they speculate based on the math?
They're just saying you can go look at it and try to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't always put it in there.
That's
but
a
also,
shame,
if it's
too,
been
man.
40 years later, like, that's what all of them are probably most famous for.
Yeah.
Because I read it, they said it was Blair. They said it was Blair.
That would be my guess, because on the show, she was the snooty one on the show, but she kind of became the star of the show, essentially. So I could see her asking for more based on her character's popularity or unpopularity, depending how you want to look at it. But I want to say the only one is, I can't remember the actress's name, the one who was Tootie is the only one who I've seen do other things since then. I know Mindy Cohn's like written some stuff kind of behind the scenes.
Wasn't like George Clooney on it for a year or something?
He was there for 1 year. I don't remember his character, even when I see him. And I watch the show pretty much every week when it was on. I don't remember his character, but yeah, that was one of his big starts in Hollywood.
Yeah, Facts of Life just never really, like, probably because I was younger, but also, like, I remember watching a lot of shows with my siblings and, like, parents, but, like, Facts of Life just never, I was, like, never into it.
Spinoff of?
Facts of Life spinoff of Silver Spoons?
No,
Nope.
hold on.
It was an insanely popular show.
The Drummond Show.
Yep. Different Strokes.
Different Strokes. Well, the Drummond family or whatever it was.
Different Strokes.
So the woman that played the housekeeper on Different Strokes, can't remember her name, Mrs. Garrett was her name, redhead lady. They gave her a spinoff, which seemed crazy at the time. And then she was like the headmaster at whatever the school was that these girls went to.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. SNL, obviously, I mean, look, SNL breaks a lot of careers, right? There's a lot of good comedians. You just don't know their names because they play in different cities and this and that. They get on SNL, it changes their career. So Bowen Yang, he was doing an interview and he was talking about how extremely grateful he is that he works there. But at the same time, he called it, quote, the cringiest thing in show business on every level. He said it is a cringe mountain because you have to live through working at SNL and you have people constantly tell you how much it sucks, how bad it is, how it's not as good as it used to be for your career. He says that has to do something psychologically to you where you emerge and go, I don't give an F. Mm-hmm. And that is true. It is shocking to me. Like, SNL is one of those shows I would say is closer to like working on radio.
Yeah.
Where, like, you don't have to tell me you don't listen to the radio. Or you don't, you know what I mean? Or, your show's stupid. Like, okay. Like, I look, you asked me what I did. I told you. And I feel like normal actors that are on normal shows, like sitcoms, you wouldn't go up to them and just be like, that show sucks. But, like, SNL, because it is live, it is topical, kind of elicits that same reaction where people feel like they need to be like, this show's not good anymore. It sucks, this and that.
I was watching, I got a wormhole last night of watching Family Guy, and they're doing this, Peter's doing this skit with Lois or whatever, and she goes, I don't understand this skit. And he's like, it's okay. SNL skits go way too long. They're not funny, and they don't have an ending. This is fine. And they continue the dialogue.
Yeah, and like, look, in the fall, whatever. Like I say this 1,000 times. I'll keep saying it. Like as an SNL person, since I was a child, like, yeah, they're not all heavy hitters.
Yeah, it's hit and miss, man.
Right? Like when it's on almost every Monday, right? I'll be like, Daryl, did you watch SNL? Right?
Yeah.
He'll be like, either yes or no. How was it? And I go, eh. So there's a lot of weeks where I go, not the best episode. I didn't know the host that much, but there is this skit or that skit.
Right, that's it. It's always the thing, right?
And it leans toward the host and their strengths and what they're known for sometimes. And if you don't know who they are and they go into a skit where they're like, that's what they're known for, if you don't know that person from whatever, you kind of don't get the...
Yeah. And look, I mean, it's a topical show, right? So you gotta balance that out. And some people, especially nowadays, everybody is like thin-skinned. And it's like, they're only making fun of one side. It's like, no, they're not.
No, that's the only one you care about, hence you notice.
Correct.
That's how it works, guys.
And sometimes it's really funny. Like somebody's got to point out, you know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to think of an example, but like sometimes you need somebody to kind of point out what's funny, what you're doing.
Right, the absurdity of what everyone's worked up about.
Correct. Chiefs might be in trouble this year, Mike. I know you don't care, but the wife still is a Chiefs fan, right?
Yeah, she's just kind of annoyed with all the Taylor Swift stuff.
Because she likes Travis Kelce. Would she be annoyed if she were dating someone different on the team?
Possibly. And she liked Travis Kelce, but she didn't have a whole lot of attraction to him. The problem is honestly, the Taylor Swift fans are the biggest issue when it comes to Taylor Swift. And she kind of looks like somebody that would be a Taylor Swift fan, and it just had to be the Chiefs. So now when she walks around, she can't be proud of her Chiefs gear.
Because everyone assumed it's connected to Taylor Swift.
She feels the prying eyes, right? And she feels like she is seen as just a Taylor Swift fan that knows nothing about football. She's like, I was here long before that. I know other players on the team.
That makes sense.
Well, there's 5 games Taylor Swift can't attend this year.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so who knows if they'll be okay or not. It's kind of amazing.
That they care that much.
Oh, they do.
Well, because he's not going to every one of her shows. I mean, they both have their own careers and professions.
Well, I mean, she played once a week, he might.
Yeah, I mean, right, they're just saying, like, right, she didn't start going to games till last year. I read an article that said they might have been together a little bit before that, but even Travis Kelce was like, like, I'd love you to be there, but like,
it's going to be a distraction.
Well, not even that. He was just like, I don't know that the NFL stadium has the kind of security you need, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you probably don't want to be annoyed with people. Like, he's fine, right? He's a professional athlete. But, yeah, I don't know. So this is kind of tongue in cheek, just like, oh man, they're going to be okay. There's 5 games she can't make. Because I want to say her record's pretty good. Basically, like, if she's in person, they win.
I hear what you're saying, but also go like, look, if I went to most Chiefs games, there's a good chance they're going to win.
Yeah. Travis Kelce, of course, one of the more famous tight ends in the league. So last night I started watching a new show called Receiver on Netflix. Last year they had a show called Quarterback.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right, and they followed around a few quarterbacks. So this year it's about receivers, and George Kittle slides in there, even though he's a tight end, right? First of all, it's easy to make fun of receivers and stuff. And, like, when you watch quarterback, it starts with Peyton Manning explaining how hard it is to be a quarterback. You're like, that is the toughest job in the league.
Oh, sure.
Then, you got a receiver sitting there talking about it. And I'm like, they make a lot of good points, right? Like, forget the routes you're open. All the blocks, all the times you run these crisp routes, right? First of all, you got to get open.
And they don't throw you the ball.
Right. Second of all, the quarterback has to throw it to you. And it is kind of wild because it's like, they're talking about all these receivers are like, everybody's like, just catch the ball. And it's like, man, I got to do a lot more than that. Like, that's the easy part. You know what I mean? He's like, and look, people are going to drop them. It's obviously very obvious when they do. Just like, oh, how could he drop that? But it's a different position. Like, I had a buddy that played professional soccer, and I asked him once, like, what's better? When, like, the team's dominating? He was like, yes and no. So he's like, he's like, if the team's dominating, he's like, I'm just standing back there for like, 20 minutes at a time.
Right, he played goalie.
My bad. I should say that. He was a goalie. So it's in the other end of the field. And he's like, it's hard to kind of,
stay in the game.
Right. Like, keep mentally in there. And then B, he's like, you got to like kind of jump around to keep your body loose or whatever.
And then sometimes those teams start pressing at the end. Fire off 20 shots in 10 minutes just to try to score.
Right.
So watching Receiver was pretty interesting. Unfortunately, the Niners have 2 people on there. They have Debo and George Kittle. Look, as a Seahawks fan, I know we don't like the Niners, but I already like George Kittle, and he is when you watch him on the show and see like his personal life too, you like him even more. Like I don't want to like him or want them to win, but he's a very likable guy, and when he talks about football, Jesus, man, I was getting goosebumps. Like, I mean, that's what you need. Like that guy cares about the game and this and that.
You know, there's players like T.J. Watt. Yeah, I think he's a phenomenal player. I can watch the guy play. I just hate that he's on the Steelers and we have to deal with his ass at least twice a season. You know, and it's just there's players that I hate only like I hated Derrick Henry because he could run a new ass through the Ravens. Well, now he's on the Ravens, and I'm like, I love you, man. Glad you're here.
Yeah, it's also interesting they had because Justin Jefferson's on there from the Vikings. He is just an absolute animal. It's also funny to hear him talking about. He's like, well, there's two sides to me. There's Justin. And he's like, on game, when I'm playing, I'm Jet. And it just, it's just funny. Like, you just forget. Like, those guys could just turn it on and off.
Yeah, there's two teams in my mind that have never had a really good tight end. They've had average tight ends that get the job done, but there's so many good tight ends in the league right now. I think in my lifetime, the teams right now have tight end is one of the most filled positions as far as good talent.
Absolutely. You could
as far as my
run an
goes.
offense with them, yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers have never lived on a tight end. They've had a couple guys that can block, but they haven't had that big catch.
They haven't a guy that can catch, right?
Correct. Seattle Seahawks are in the same boat. If you were to say, like, what is your favorite, who is the all-pro, who is the best Seahawk to ever play tight end? You can say, well, I guess, Jeremy Graham, if you look at Jimmy, but not here.
Not here.
Right, like, those are the two teams that stand out the most to me. And the Seahawks division is a division that's pretty tight end heavy as far as the players and the decency of the position.
I mean, right, San Francisco just stands out. But then you also have Debo who runs all this crazy stuff and everything.
He can play anything. That's the thing. Yeah. Is he a running back? Is he a tight end? Is he the wide receiver? And it depends. What pays the most is what he's going to tell you he is.
Yeah, and then the receiver for the Lions. What's it? Amon St. Ra. Right. I'm on St. Brown. So that guy, his father was like a professional bodybuilder, this and that. So like when they talk to him, he is so serious and intense. And he's like, when I was a kid, I hated it, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, the stuff that dad would put that kid through. Now, granted, his kid's a professional athlete now. Yeah. But at a young age, he was like, you're going to have size. We're going to get you in the weight room. You're going to be a professional football player. So they show him catching balls, and they're at some Pop Warner game or whatever, and his dad notices this other guy's kid is really good at receiver, and he's like, what do you do? And he's like, jugs machine. He's got to catch like 2,000 balls a day. And he's like, so the next day I had to catch, I think it was 2,000, maybe it's 200. But either way, he was like, so then the next day I started doing that. And just this, and you're just like, even for me, I just forget sometimes the level of dedication combined with like natural talent and then the mental aspect that these athletes have. It's super fascinating. I love all that stuff. But yeah, if you liked quarterback, this one's pretty, and it's cool to see like their family life.
What network is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix, okay.
Like, what's his name? Devontae
Adams.
What's that? Adams. Right. Like he's in Vegas or whatever. So his wife is just like, look, I want my kids to have a normal life. So for my kid's birthday, I invited the whole class. But like, so all the parents show up too, right?
Of course.
It's like a 5th or 6th birthday. But it's funny because like he's got to laugh and he's like, oh, some of them have no idea what I do. And they're just like, like, good to meet you. Like, man, you have a beautiful home. And this and that. And they're just clueless. Also, like, he's just much bigger than everybody else. And then there's obviously a couple parent, dads that are just like, hey, man, you're the man. Like, love you on the team and stuff. But it's interesting, too, seeing their frustrations. But I think it's kind of cool. That's the other thing, Mike, I like about Kittle, his wife, and their friends. They take a party bus to every game.
Oh, nice.
One of the games ends. It's his birthday. He has like 3 touchdowns as he's walking over to get on the bus. She invited all his buddies from college or something, and they're just shotgunning beers. I was like, God dang, I like this guy.
He is that guy,
yeah man.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Coastal Farm and Ranch. We're just what the country needs.
On July 24th through the 28th, it's buy 2, get 1 free on Country Companion Feed, buy 3, get 1 free on Sunglow Show Feed, and buy 3, get 1 free on large bags of Purina Feed.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
Get more feed for less this week at your local Coastal.
returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. An ass hat. An ass hat puts a roofie in a girl's drink, but she knows better and does the old switcheroo. Meanwhile, a man gets busted with drugs at SeaTac, and trying it twice, he attempted to do. Tourist comes back from Death Valley with no skin on his feet. An old phone booth kept 2 people from becoming dead meat. And Gizmo the dog finally returns home after 9 years of playing the slots. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story, we go to L.A., where 4 men went on a crime spree. For roughly 2 months, the quartet rolled around the south side of town, conducting a string of armed robberies of several businesses in the area, mostly 7-Eleven and CVS locations. Thousands were stolen from businesses before they were finally tracked down and arrested by police. They're now facing several charges that could land them upwards of 20 years to life in prison for their crimes. But the thing that got them caught was the fact that one of them uploaded a photo to Instagram showcasing the money that they had just stolen, captioning it, quote, "Love my bros, we go hit every time."
Come on, man.
Good job. Look at me, I'm doing illegal stuff.
No, seriously, look.
Right.
Officers.
I stole all this. This isn't mine. Damn it. In other news, we go to Death Valley, where they prove my point. A tourist in the area was taken to the hospital after suffering third-degree burns on his feet. Which, side note, oh my God. While hiking around the area, he was walking along in an area that doesn't have any marked trails, so tourists can hike their own routes. But along his walk, his flip-flops that he was wearing either broke or just managed to get lost along the way because he's wearing flip-flops on a doggone hike. But leading him to do a little walking with bare feet, reports say that he momentarily came in contact with the sand on the dunes, which was sitting at a scalding 123 degrees, touching his feet and causing third-degree burns. He was taken to the hospital by his family for treatment.
Also, don't hike in a desert with flip-flops.
Correct.
Don't hike anywhere in flip-flops.
You know what? That's the solid point.
If you're going on a hike, wear shoes. And also, why are you hiking in the desert? On the sand dunes. I did.
I don't feel bad for that guy.
I didn't know that the sand could get that hot, though. And I started thinking about it as I'm typing up, like, so would you have to, like, bury your feet in the sand and kind of shuffle your way through to kind of keep from scalding the living hell out of yourself?
Look, again, throw Miles get a test. Like, on those East Coast, you go to Ocean City. Like, I cannot explain to you how hot that sand is. So, like, you need sand, and then if you don't, about every 10 feet, that's what you got to do. You got to start burying your feet deep in the sand so you can find the cool stuff. But, I mean, it is... Oh, God, it's so hot.
When you watch people on the East Coast, it looks like everyone's really excited to get into the water.
Yeah.
Can see everyone run into the water. Honest to God, just getting from your little area to the water, that sand is so hot. Part of the reason everyone's running, seriously, is to get off of the heat and get into the coolness of the water.
Man, my feet are too sensitive for that crap.
But that's not fun.
Oh, my God. Third-degree burns on your feet, man.
Good God.
He's not walking for weeks.
And again, you wore flip-flops in the desert, and specifically a desert called Death Valley. Like, come on, man.
You knew what you were getting into. The hell? Flip-flops? Moron. Guarantee you rides his doggone motorcycle with flip-flops, too. I've seen that.
Probably. Oh, yeah.
Horrible story out of the UK that turned into a story of justice being served. I hate the story. The story involves a low-life piece of garbage that allegedly ordered a date from an escort website, but he had no intention of paying for his date services. When she arrived, he brought the two of them drinks to get the night started, and as you can imagine, his victim starts to feel groggy, goes unconscious, and he violates her while she's powerless to defend herself, leaving without answering for his crimes nor paying. Fast forward just 2 short months later, he solicits the same escort services under a different name, but his same victim is assigned to be his date. She recognizes him, goes on the date, gets her drink, and then cleverly switches the two while he's not looking. Nice. What do you know? He starts to feel groggy himself and loses control of his own motor functions. He's now in the custody of police and faces a prison sentence.
Nice.
Good for her. She should have beaten the living tar out of him.
Yeah. She's nicer than I am, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. He wouldn't have found the police.
But she did the right thing.
She did the right thing. We do not condone horrible.
But I would have beat his ass if ever me.
Oh, yeah. He'd remember every minute of it. I'd beat him within an inch of his life and then take the last inch. Oh, but you know what? Just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go down to Las Vegas, Nevada, where a reunion has occurred. 9 years ago, a local woman was devastated to learn that the 3 dogs that were enjoying themselves outside hadn't managed to slip out of the confines of her yard and were officially on the lam. While 2 of the 3 were recovered, the Chihuahua named Gizmo was never picked up.
Oh, Gizmo.
Gizmo, man.
Don't get Gizmo wet.
They searched for months trying to track Gizmo down, but to no avail. But now, 9 years later, an emergency vet scanned the microchip of a Chihuahua that was brought into the clinic by a Good Samaritan to find, yes, indeed, it was the missing Gizmo. He's since been returned to his owner after getting some much-needed medical care due to being on his own for so long.
Damn.
And this is a good story. 9 years?
9 years.
Is that dog yours anymore?
I wonder if that dog ever had a home.
Had to.
Well, they said they were trying to corral that dog. The woman who brought it into the vet for for however long.
For a while.
So that tells me the dog was living outside, or someone maybe had it for a little while.
I guarantee you this dog was picked up for several years, and then, yes, like you're saying, same thing, just escaped again.
Right.
And then just is savvy enough to stay outside for long enough. But 9 years on their own seems like a long time for a dog to be just all by himself.
Especially
out there.
Chihuahua.
Right. I mean, it's the right area for it.
Well, that's true.
But damn, man. Yeah, enjoy that. Men's Room Sports. More on the NBA's return to Seattle story. They've just announced that they're teaming up with Amazon for the next 11 years on a multi-billion-dollar TV deal and digital rights package.
You mean Amazon that owns Climate Pledge Arena?
That is absolutely correct,
Amazon?
Steve. So, nothing official there, but take with it what you will that Amazon now has a deal with the NBA on some clever packages there.
Yeah.
That includes championship games, playoff games, WNBA
more
games.
WNBA games.
That's
added.
right. So, yeah.
And I've got Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yay for me.
All right. Let's go watch some
I've got
basketball.
King 5. I can watch hockey now.
What are you going to watch tonight? Mariners get the night off as they head to Chicago to take on the White Sox. But you got championship men's soccer over on FS1 tonight as the U.S. takes on Costa Rica. And you've got some Olympic coverage over on USA as we're nearing the official start of the games as far as your weather. Things are heating up tomorrow as clouds move in to cool things down tonight, hitting a low of about 54. That makes way for a nice sunny Friday with temperatures supposing to reach about 77. So enjoy that, guys.
All right.
Perfect time to grab yourself some nice Men's Room IPA as well. And if you want to find it, there's a comprehensive list of locations on the Men's Room page of KISW.com. Look for that bright yellow can. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Ted versus the FCC and a Bad Choice Friday.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Hi, and welcome to IKEA. How can I help?
Oh, my schedule is crazy. I just want some me time.
Maybe it's time to embrace the joy of staying in. With comfortable beds, pillow and decor, mood lighting, and so much more, you can turn your bedroom into the place to be.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
We've got you. Visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/sleep to create your dream bedroom today.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.